So I barked on a song. Fuck off.
You shake a pretty mean cake, Batman.
I'm about to waste my fucking money on the M&M Funko. You need to stop! Help me!
That's Emmanuel then. What are we going to do?
Sorry I'm late. Bring me that horizon. Afraid I got lost on the path of life.
You gotta go, you gotta go.
What's going on, peeps? What's
What's
happening?
up, chat? How's everybody doing? Had a little bit of
What
technical
is-
difficulties this morning, but
The Fever Dream intro. Actual factual.
yes. Uncle Kenobi
Kenobi.
here. What is up, our friend? How are you doing?
What's up, man? So we have an absolutely jam-packed show. We're going to touch on Bungie. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah, we didn't get to really get to that last week, so
Yeah. Timothy Zahn apparently likes Filoni's Thrawn. Kevin Feige may or may not be joining the ranks at Lucasfilm. Apparently there is an article saying that we don't need new Lord of the Rings movies, and Microsoft was sued over gaming addiction. So,
and I feel like we can't not talk about the elephant in the room that is going to be the biggest flop in Marvel history.
the Marvels.
Worse than the Eternals, which no one saw. So yeah, we're going to talk about the Marvels and a couple things in the new Marvels trailer. Let's just say we'll put a chicken
I
in
didn't even look at it.
any day. Oh, you will? I was hoping you hadn't seen it.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's why I put Sam
I don't know.
Jackson in the thumbnail.
I don't
Just
think
in
Kevin
case
Feige's
announcement we
going
heard.
just. I don't think. I don't know.
Ronnie,
GTA
it's
6
supposed to come out at
announcement.
the
Yep.
Gaming Awards. It's we'll talk about all that, but that's supposed to come out at the Gaming Awards. Apparently, I just heard about that today. And then I mean, any of the new news like that just dropped today, like we got a trailer for the new Ghostbusters, which is Afterlife wasn't bad. So I mean, it looks okay. Like whatever.
Is it
It's Paul Rudd.
Is it all?
Yeah,
It's Paul Rudd. Hey,
Paul Rudd and the kid from Stranger Things, and then Bill Murray's in it. Dan Aykroyd's in it. Ronnie, I don't know. I heard the Gaming Awards. It's usually December. Well, luckily for
What's that?
you, Daimyo, neither does Disney.
right. It's
Yes.
like we're kind of all in the same boat. But
I also,
think-
when
I
we
think we
do talk about Star Wars, I do want to mention, highly recommend watching Nerd Theory. Not Nerd Theory anymore, but Theory's stream from the other night when he had Mauler on, because that was like awesome. Mauler and Theory had a really good conversation. The other two dudes knew they were just like out of their element for the most part, so they kind of like sat there and would pipe up every now and then. But
yeah,
Mauler is he's fucking great. He's such a good YouTuber.
I heard the trailer's coming out this week or next week, or maybe the announcement. I don't know. I just know we're getting.
It was just
no, dude.
Also,
we're
a Zelda
getting
movie has been announced as well. A live action Zelda has also been announced today, I believe, or maybe yesterday.
Yesterday, we are getting the announcement trailer, but I don't think we're getting GTA 6 until like
Bro,
2030,
it's gonna be like one of the characters that we know talking about something. And
it's gonna be Franklin.
it's gonna be a completely new. No, it's gonna. You know what's gonna be? They're gonna show Vice City. They're gonna show San Andreas. They're gonna show 4, and they're gonna show 5, and they're probably gonna throw Gay Tony in there, and then that'll be like the clip, and then it'll be like GTA 6, and it'll have like somebody turn around with like a gun or something, and that's gonna be it. They're gonna show all the main characters that everybody's liked throughout. Like all, fuck you. You know Mauler's a great YouTuber. So they're gonna show all the fucking characters and things from GTA that we've come to love, like all the good characters, and then it's gonna end with their new character, and it'll say GTA 6, and that's gonna be it. Just like, oh my god, we got an announcement trailer for the Elder Scrolls 6 years ago, and have heard nothing again about it. So like,
Is that in like development hell, or is it just not coming out?
no, they just knew that people were like, okay, we're tired of like 7 Fallout games in a row. Like, give us something new. And they're like, we will, but first, Starfield. Like, you know, it's just like, oh my god.
Well, people weren't asking for Starfield. People want Skyrim, bro. Like,
People want the Elder Scrolls universe. That's what made your company good. Other than Wolfenstein, like, and Doom, like the Elder Scrolls universe is pretty much everybody's favorite. Most people who are fans of Bethesda, you know, like there's OG Prey fans out there and Doom fans and Wolfenstein fans, but the majority of Bethesda fans are Elder Scrolls fans.
right? Yeah,
Like
that's mostly what it is.
you're gonna get a huge demographic of Fallout fans, like 100%. But and I am a Fallout fan. But you're gonna get a ton of Fallout fans in their corner. But those, like most of those people, still play Elder Scrolls. Most of the people that play Fallout because they started playing Elder Scrolls when they were younger, and they're like, "Oh, Elder Scrolls with guns in a post-apocalyptic world. I'm cool with that." And
I mean, it's got an interesting point.
The original 2 Fallouts were like super, super simple top-down games, like the original GTA was.
Yeah.
So it makes
Cameo has an interesting point.
What?
He says, I just want GTA 6 to come out so that Red Dead Redemption 3 is closer.
Okay, so what would you do with Red Dead Redemption 3?
Me? I would
because Red Dead Redemption 2 and 1, like 2 leads into 1, and then 1 leads all the way up to like towards the time of the Industrial Revolution. So cowboys are in the past, so it can't go forward with John's son, really. So it would have to go backwards.
You could do a side story.
You think Jack Marston could still do something? Because the game ends Red Dead Redemption 1 with them basically saying the time of the cowboys over and the outlaw is over. It can go forward, but why not make one about Dutch? Young Dutch.
I think a young Dutch would actually be very interesting.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you could play as Dutch and like other people, how he ends up, like you'll meet Arthur and John and them as kids in the game.
Yeah.
How he created the posse, how he made Hosea, like Bill.
Okay,
cool. I think you could do something really interesting with Dutch as a character.
That's honestly probably what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
That's honestly probably what they will do. That's the only thing that I think would make sense is if they could do Dutch. Because going forward with it just wouldn't feel right. It's kind of like how it's kind of like how
Jack. No, you finish because I have an idea for what Jack could do.
Well, I was gonna say it's kind of like how I feel like Assassin's Creed could not really work in a modern day type of setting.
It did in 2 and Brotherhood when you would switch back to Desmond, but after they killed Desmond, actually the last time it really worked was Black Flag. When you're working for Abstergo and there's like you're actually like doing corporate espionage in Abstergo, and then you meet Desmond's friends, and then you end up escaping Abstergo, and like that all worked in. What's up, Star Wars dog?
Star Wars dog, what's happening?
That all worked in Black Flag, but then when you got into Unity, they went a little bit overboard with what you were doing in the real world and shit. It just wasn't the same. I think the last time it worked was Black Flag. But a modern day Assassin's Creed, like, isn't that just Cyberpunk at this point, minus the climbing?
Pretty much.
Like,
That's kind of what I'm saying. It wouldn't feel very authentic.
no,
So
the whole
how
point is you're
far?
following this lineage. You're following this lineage of all of these assassins. They're all related in some way, shape, or form, whether their father was a Templar who banged an assassin, or vice versa, or your grandfather or your adopted father was an assassin. Like, they're all like somewhere related to the same story. Yeah, okay, all right. Red Dead Redemption 1 ends in 1914. The last posse shootout was in 1920. That's more than yeah, that's true. Maybe they showed Jack transitioning from an outlaw to a legitimate business and failing.
Hmm.
I could see Jack turning into not the Pinkertons, but somebody like that, like a lawman instead of an outlaw.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Jack becomes a lawman and he's like a very revered lawman in the West. I mean, you could even have the last shootout have him involved in it in some way. Or do something with the OK Corral. Is that Tombstone? Is that when that was in 1920? You could incorporate Tombstone into that, which I think would be pretty sick. Like Doc Holliday, all these other like famous characters, well, famous people in real
Yeah.
life. Like, yeah, you could do that. You could totally do that with Red Dead Redemption 3. But I think
Yo,
you
that's
want to do something
actually
with Dutch.
that actually would go. That actually would be kind of cool.
Dude, if he's involved in a
Uh,
Tombstone shootout, or like, I don't know when Tombstone happened. I'm assuming, I think. What's up, Mattuine? I think
Matthew, what's up,
Tombstone
man?
was one of the last great shootouts. So Texas Rangers, yeah, Texas Rangers, cool as well. Yeah, but
True.
you're not
Yeah.
gonna make a game where you're hunting Comanches.
Yeah.
As much as
No.
that makes
That.
sense in this day and age, they get like, I think Rockstar would go woke with that game, and I like to think that Rockstar wouldn't. But with a game where you're literally hunting the noble savage down in the form of Native Americans, that's mm,
Yeah,
mm,
but Rockstar doesn't. Rockstar doesn't care though.
won't they
They
though?
literally don't care.
Won't they though? Because
I
we
don't
thought the
know.
same thing about Saints Row, which was
That's
always
true.
more over the top than GTA. And then look at the new
That's
Saints
true.
Row, which was a massive flop because it was woke as woke could be. Like,
It wasn't even that it was woke. It sucked. It was
well,
just terrible.
and it was
Like
fucking woke. And you got rid of, you rebooted all the characters of the Saints that we fucking loved. Like,
that's that. Well, that's like literally the
where's
point.
Pierce?
Is that
Where's
like
Shondi? Where fucking is everybody? Like, the ones who created it.
yeah, the mentions.
Was it prior?
Not okay. Well then,
Engines. Well, have Dutch involved in it.
they
Have
can
Dutch
make.
have, like one of the shootouts that happened in Tombstone was because one guy was wearing a shirt that was the color that the other guy didn't like, and they shot each other.
Mhm.
Like, seriously, like Tombstone was called Tombstone for that fucking reason, because everybody was just killing each other there all the time. No one likes Dutch, but you can make him a likable character in his
Yeah.
past and watch him fall to what he becomes.
Yeah. Like
Or you can do it about even a younger Arthur. Do it about somebody else entirely that we've met throughout Red Dead 1 and 2.
I don't think another like I do kind of agree with Damio's point, but I think if there is gonna be another Red Dead, this would probably be the last one because there's not much that they can do with it now.
It should be. Or you just go really far back and make a Red Dead game about a character that we don't know anything about, that has nothing to do with the Marstons, has nothing to
Honestly,
do with Dutch, has nothing to do with the Pinkertons, just a completely different character, a completely different slew of characters in a completely different place. Maybe at the same time, maybe they run into Arthur at some point, maybe they run into John Marston like throughout the game, but not necessarily taking place at that time. Like, almost like
yeah.
not that you'd play as him or anything like that, but think about like Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Like, a lot of people don't like Cold War, right? But this is
Facts.
a good example because you have a story that's going on around the same time as Black Ops with
Right.
all these other characters, but Woods and Mason come in and out of the story. like throughout Cold War.
Yeah.
So it's still like they're still in the world, they're still doing their own thing, but you're coming back and forth. Like Menendez is mentioned, like these things are mentioned. So like you could do something like that.
Yeah. But Damio's saying I'd rather see a newer character or do like a backstory on the
Yeah, Driscolls. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
God damn Driscolls! Damn.
But I don't think we're getting GTA 6 until like 2030, so I don't know when Red Dead's
I don't
about to
even
come
think
out.
they started to work on GTA 6, man. I really don't.
Yeah, like
I
they've
don't.
been
They
milking.
just stopped doing updates for Red Dead 2 and GTA 5
Yeah.
just now.
Oh, Kenobi,
Oh,
Deathfire.
Kenobi, you definitely have to play both Red Deads. And if you get Red Dead 1, get the Undead Nightmare DLC.
I got a question though. Do you like 1 or 2 better?
It's been so long since I've played 1, I'd have to go with 2, but that's just because 2 technically is like, and I don't mean technically as in like technical, I mean like the actual gameplay of it is better. Like 2's gameplay, 2's story is crazy.
Ooh,
Really.
that's interesting.
All right, I'll be there. Be fun to talk
That's
about.
interesting.
But
2
yeah,
is the best game
GTA
of the
6.
decade.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh.
Dude, 2 is of the decade.
Nah.
Mm,
The decade? Nah.
Oh, what
I
else came out in that decade? Skyrim.
This is the 2010s, right?
Skyrim
This
came
is
out in
the
2011.
Spider-Man came out in
Spider-Man
2018.
doesn't have the replayability that Red Dead Redemption and Elder Scrolls have.
GTA 5 came out in
20,
2013.
2012, I thought.
2013, I think. It doesn't matter.
You're comparing apples to oranges at that point, but for me,
Cyberpunk? Or no, wait.
Cyberpunk's not one of the best games of the decade. It's one of the most fun and one that I had a lot of fun with. Honestly, like, it's really hard because I like all these different games for different reasons. Like, I love Battlefront 2's multiplayer. Campaign's not as good, but the multiplayer is great.
Fallen Order, bro.
Fallen Order.
Oh,
Fallen Order is
Fallen
fucking
Order was
awesome. Dark Souls 3. As
dude.
much as people say there wasn't a lot of good games that came out in the past 10 years, if you're counting the past 10 or the past decade, I mean from 2023, all right, that's impossible because I can't count. Like I'm talking like 2020 to 2010. You get Halo Reach to start it off,
That's true.
ODST, and then you get Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim. Like just Fallout 4, which people loved, even though I wasn't a huge fan. Wolfenstein came back. GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, Dark Souls 3, Elden Ring, Bloodborne, Fallen Order, Star Wars Battlefront 2, not including the campaign, just the gameplay itself and the fun that you could have on that multiplayer. Like, I mean, honestly, Lego Star Wars, even though it died pretty quick, Hogwarts Legacy,
Cuphead.
there's a lot of good games that like did come out in the past 10 years. I would even argue that Halo Infinite brought a lot of Halo back to its roots.
That is fair though. He's played, Red Dead.
Okay, that Kenobi, I have an instantaneous answer to.
Oh, for me, Batman Arkham City. That's mine.
Halo 3.
What about Star Wars Battlefront 2?
Nah, Halo
The
3.
first one.
Yeah, I know, and I know you're
Ooh.
talking about the first one. It's got to be Halo 3 to me. I wouldn't play any other video game if it wasn't for Halo 2 and Halo 3. Halo 3 was the perfect culmination. Halo Reach had the perfect like gameplay after that. That was like if they had just kept Halo like Reach, but with the storytelling of Reach and 3 combined, 3 broke multiplayer standards.
Dog's got a really good point.
Well, that's what I was talking about. But like Battlefront 2 is amazing, but I'm talking like across the board what it did for like gaming in general. Halo
Mhm.
3. Halo 3 and Modern Warfare 2 did insane things for the gaming culture.
Not the modern day Modern
No, like,
Warfare.
but no, but they were on the news back in 2007 and 2009, like, all the time. Same with GTA
Mhm.
4. Like,
Mhm.
those 3 games, just those 3 games changed the gaming culture in general.
Mhm.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention all the Nintendo games too,
True. Yeah.
which are still the highest grossing of almost any video game. Like,
Dude, I forgot to
while I agree that with Star Wars Dog that Battlefront 2 2005 is one of my favorite games ever, culturally wise, you weren't getting your COD kids hopping on there, generally speaking. You were getting Star Wars fans first, COD fans second.
That's true.
You know what I mean? But like, so you would already be a Star Wars fan playing Duty and be like, okay, I need to play this, or playing Halo, be like, I need to play this. Whereas like, it's insurmountable how crazy an impact that Halo 2 and or Halo 3 and Modern Warfare 2 had.
The Halo hype was crazy back when it was like
Do you
at
remember
its
all
peak.
the trailers? The Believe
Yeah.
trailer? The Halo 3 Believe trailer?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
I disagree. Halo is a Microsoft exclusive. People like myself just don't care about Halo. COD was for everyone. Modern Warfare 2 did. I respect that.
I don't
I
think
res-
that's true. At the time, Xbox was killing it. At the
Yes.
time,
Yes.
at that point in time, 2007, Xbox was killing it. They had Gears of War going crazy. They had Halo going crazy. Whether it's exclusives or not, they were making a fuck ton of money. And they were
True.
doing really well. And if you had a PlayStation, you were going to your friend's house to play Halo 3.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yep.
you were spending forever.
Or
If I had, like, I can't. The only reason I would have gone over to my friend's house to play PlayStation back in the day was for God of War. There was
yeah.
no other PlayStation exclusive back around the time of the early 2010s that I was like, I need to play that. I need to get over there and play this game with them
Right.
for God of War.
Right.
Because I could play Modern Warfare. I could
Another
play
thing
Black
that
Ops. Like Black
um
Ops changed everything as well. That same time, like, and those might just be first person shooters, but like I said, Elder Scrolls Oblivion was massive. And then Skyrim was majorly boosted by the fact that Oblivion was received so well by gamers across the board. Fallout 3,
mhm.
same thing. Dark Souls, same thing. Like some of
Yep.
these games were just crazy. And like I said, there's way too many Nintendo games that blew the roof off.
The Zelda games are going crazy
Ocarina
too.
of Time
Like
is still one of the best received Zelda games of all time.
and then
Twilight
people like
Princess,
people slob all over like, Breath of the Wild. And I mean like
because it's an
I
open world Zelda game, that's why.
yeah. Well, no, and like look,
And I have
personally,
much respect for it because it's a great game. I
yeah.
100% agree that the new Zelda games are pretty fucking fire. But
Oldest video game you guys have ever played?
Tron, the
You
arcade
played the
Tron,
80s Tron?
yeah,
Oh.
any 80s Star Wars
Let's
games, man. The one where you're just a little hot speeder, the air speeder, snow speeder. You're just like dodging the ATATs, and ATSTs.
but look at the difference of influence between COD and Halo for today's standards. Far more reach through Call of Duty and Halo today, which is why I argue COD is inherently more influential. Okay, but
But
before
Halo
Rolo says
influenced COD. Halo influenced COD's multiplayer in the first place. That's the thing.
Halo,
Halo
Halo
was the first
started
multiplayer shooter.
Halo started everything, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
with Xbox Live, Halo was the one that started all of the first-person shooters. MLG started because of Halo. Like Machinima started because of Halo. All that stuff. So I've played Pong, of course. Uncle Kenobi.
um,
Pong's an OG game. You gotta play
For
Pong
me,
once.
the oldest video game, my dad had a
Played Space
Knockout
Invaders.
Kings. My my dad had Knockout Kings 2001 on the PS1. That was like the oldest game that I've ever played. No. I've played the Sonic games. I take that back. I've played the classic games. But
Oh yeah. Well, Daimyo,
Damio said,
it does matter though, because Halo, Call of Duty's always been with Activision and Treyarch and Sledgehammer.
mhm,
Halo went through development hell after Bungie sold. Before
mhm,
that, you would associate Xbox with Master Chief 100%, and you would associate
mhm,
PlayStation with Prototype, Kratos, things like that.
mhm.
It wasn't like you would associate an actual console. Like, do you know, like, do you remember the hype for Halo 2? I was 4 and I remember the hype for Halo 2. It was insane. It was all
Yeah,
the news, it was everywhere. Yeah. All right, buddy. You're arguing
Ron,
for the sake of argument's
Ron,
sake, but even the developers of
Ron.
COD have like the original CODs come out and they've said it was Halo. Halo did this. Halo did this now. And you know what? Like, the selling to 343 is what really killed it, because
It's a
before
great
that you would get a Halo
segue,
game
actually.
every 3 to 4 years.
Mhm.
And after they sold, we didn't get a Halo game for Reach came out in 2010. We didn't get a Halo game for another 2.5, right? Because Halo 4 came out in 2013, I think.
And then 5 came out in 2017, I think.
5, nah, yeah. 5 came out in 17. And then Infinite just dropped
Infinite came
last.
out in 21. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 21.
Last
No,
year.
it was 21.
Didn't Counter-Strike come out before Halo? Did it?
Counter-Strike wasn't out before 2001. I don't think. But it also wasn't a
But
console game at the time.
I don't think
Wasn't console games.
I think new topic. I have a big cocktail. But they're gonna use that. Ah, no. I should have said that, man. Nah. But since we're on the Halo topic, I just want to bring up Bungie because you said
Yep.
that something really
So
sad.
Bungie just recently laid off like thousands of their workers,
Thousands?
and here's the thing: they laid them off because they wanted the final DLC is coming with Destiny. No one's fucking buying it. The player base on that game has dropped. They ruined what Destiny could have been from Destiny 1 with Destiny 2, making the game free to play, but every new season you have to pay $60 to get the new season, like you're buying a whole new fucking game anyway, every season.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's funny that this comes right after last month, beginning of October, when they posted their Latinx fucking post, which was so ridiculous because it literally says we support all Latin Tina, and then a cross, and then an O, and then a cross, then an X, and then a cross. And I think I showed it on here. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's funny because they just got sued for racial discrimination for one of
What?
the people. And the saddest part about this, it sucks for all of the low-level workers that are being laid off by Bungie
Mm-hmm.
because they're facing bankruptcy right now. And one of those people that got laid off was the original composer for Halo.
Man.
He's been there since Halo 1 and composed all of the music for Destiny 2 and Destiny 1. You laid off a gaming legend. You can say what you want about Halo, whether you're a fan of it or not, but you cannot discount the fact that the music is iconic. The
The
music
intro to Halo
amazing.
is
Not even just the intro, dude. Think about Halo 2's theme with the electric guitar incorporated into it, because it's the early 2000s, like Linkin Park's on the radio every other minute. So they're like, screw it, we're throwing electric guitars now, and you still get the and
no, dude.
you hear and it's fucking awesome. Like
No, dude.
Halo is the best.
Halo 3.
He created the Halo 3 ODST track. The whole song. Like, bro.
Not only that,
Bro.
the end of Halo 3, the Warthog run theme, that goes stupid, bro. I still get goosebumps playing that level. That's
why the music on Halo, every Halo since 3, and actually every music since Reach hasn't been the same.
No, it hasn't.
It's still the same music with slight differences, but still doesn't sound the same. And I think that is the biggest thing, is that we lost one of the best creators there. And I thought it was funny because on Tuesday night's main event last week on Geeks and Gamers, Young Ripper Eric July was, who's created ISOM, and he got Alpha Core that's coming out, which they already broke, I think, in a couple days, over $800,000 in backers.
Wow.
He's about to hit $1 million already. And
that's awesome.
He actually said on the podcast, like, yeah, if someone can get me in contact with him, I'll get him to make music for the comic verse, the Ripper verse. So
that's awesome.
That would be pretty damn sick if he joined, because they already have fucking Duncan, whatever his fucking name is.
Dixon. The comic writer, right?
Yeah, Dixon. They already had him on there, and he's the most prolific comic book writer of all time. He has over 50,000 pages written in comics since he started. So
it would have been cool if he would have gotten.
I'm not even saying he's the most prolific of all time to say that. It's actual fact.
Right. Yeah.
That's what it is.
He's not my favorite artist, but I will not, deny that he is like
Joe Bennett's working with him. Joe Bennett's working with him on this.
Really?
Graham Nolan and Joe Bennett working together on Eric July's Alpha Core.
My God, dude, he has a stacked roster, bro. He has a stacked roster.
Yeah, the trailer just came out yesterday. I could show it later. But he was like, hey, if we need music for anything, and if we want to go into eventually some animated stuff, or maybe even a movie in the future, like, I will take the guy who created all the Halo music, because it's fucking awesome. I was like, yeah, please.
He's
damn good.
That is sad, though, about, like, Bungie.
How do you lay off him of all people, man? Like, he should be legendary at your company. He's created all of your music, and to this day, that music is still played for not only just memes, but for videos. There's artists that cover it, like actual artists cover it. He got fucking Incubus to make a whole album for Halo 2. Like, dude, this guy should be like legendary at your company, and you're like, oh, well, sorry, man, you didn't make the cut.
They don't. But the thing is, the industry does not respect people that make music. They don't respect John Williams. They don't respect Hans Zimmer either.
Nope.
And it's a shame. Now, in fairness, Hans Zimmer and John Williams do movies, but it's still the same, kind of. Because
I think John Williams definitely gets the respect where it's due for the most part. But yeah, there's definitely some really good composers out there that are just killing it.
John Williams got the respect until they cut the new music that he made for the Rise of Skywalker out
Well,
of it.
dude, not even that. Like, I agree with X-Wing when he says that one of the best things to come out of the sequel trilogy is the music.
Mm-hmm.
It's still very Star Wars. Like Rey's theme in The Force Awakens is really good. It's like dun 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 dun. Like it's good. It feels Star Warsy. No matter what, I like it. I mean, I don't like the character, but I like her theme a lot more than I like her.
That's kind of what I.
That's the theme that gets stuck in my head. I'll be sitting there working sometimes at work, and I'm just all of a sudden it's just like in my head. I'm like, why the fuck am I thinking about this right now?
Nah, man. Whenever I'm working or like whenever
in my head.
Whenever I'm just sitting there chilling, bro, you know what's like the random song that like comes on in my head? Cantina Band every single time.
That makes sense.
Cantina Band will it'll just start
instead
playing
of
in my
like
head.
No, dude, instead of like the old joke of like, what are you thinking about? That's just the monkey with the cymbals. Like,
yeah,
it's just you like with the Jizz Whalers just fucking singing, playing their instruments. It's like, Roman, what do you think it's so hard about? And you're like, and it's like, sorry, what? Sorry, what? Sorry, I missed. I wasn't paying attention. What'd you say?
What did you say? The place is on fire?
Dude, that make it even more lit to get out of the fire. No pun intended.
Right.
Freddy Fazbear. Great.
Dude.
My computer decided to cooperate because it was not charging at all. I was really scared.
Yeah.
I was really scared I would have to use this old
Rolo's laptop went from 83% to 25% charge.
In literally in our conversation in the back room before this.
We were talking for like a minute and it changed from like 83% to 25%.
It was 53, but it dropped like, I was like, what the? Plug my thing in, it's lighting up. It's saying it's charging. It's not charging. I like literally like wrapped the fucking cord and did all this other shit. Now it works. So hopefully if I do pop out for some reason, that's why. There's a ladybug on my window.
That's good luck.
Yo, homie. Yo, low key, I gotta get him out of here. He's on the inside. I'll find him. I'll find him later.
Kenobi's dying in a chat, bro. So I wanted to ask you something. So personally, do you want new Lord of the Rings movies, or do you not want?
If you're gonna do anything with new Lord of the Rings stuff, let it be made by Warner Brothers. Let Peter Jackson be involved. Let Tom Shippey be involved, and don't make it live action. Don't make it about any characters that we know of in the original, like 3 books.
Yeah, something tells me that if they are going to make it,
oh yeah,
if they are gonna make new ones, I feel like they would like do something as dumb as to like do a continuation of the Return of the King, which would suck.
As stupid as Warner Brothers is and all of these companies are, I don't think that Woke of the Rings, right? Well, yeah, I mean, aren't we supposed to get the next season of Woke of the Rings?
Stop.
The Rings of Power. Aren't we supposed to get that next year? I
was like getting it
totally fine with House of the Dragon, because House of the Dragon is supposed to release in spring. I want them to just wait. Do what you did last time.
Really?
Yeah, you know why? Because last time it was a perfect like juxtaposition between Rings of Power and House of the Dragon. Because Rings of Power released their first episode, and then House of the Dragon released their first episode the same week. And like you could see people just being like, fuck Rings of Power, House of the Dragon's killing it. And then for the next 8 weeks, they're stuck with Rings of Power just dying and House of the Dragon just kicking it while it's down. Just beating it.
I don't know how it's getting a season 2. How is it getting a season 2? I don't.
Oh, season 2 was like already confirmed when season 1 dropped.
Yeah, but do you think that they knew that it was going to get the backlash that it was going to get? Or
they should have. They should have.
Yeah.
Like, you made Sauron a fucking idiot.
You maybe made him gay? He was maybe gay?
Yeah,
Which
he was maybe gay, but he was certainly lame. And he wasn't a chick, but they did put a chick in it that they made lame. She's not gay.
Also they tried to do who is Sauron plot, but you can clearly tell when
From the
he's
first
put into the
episode.
show.
From the first episode, you can tell that it's fucking this guy. It's very obvious that and you've been searching for him for 1,000 years, and you find him, and your dumbass doesn't even realize that. Oh well, he's manipulating people, and he wants to make these magic rings. He's not telling us why, and he wants us to do all this stuff, and we're just listening. It's like you just met this motherfucker on a boat. Not even a boat, on a raft, on a piece of scaffolding, floating through the ocean, which, first of all, that's a 500-mile fucking journey, and she just goes, I'm not going to Valinor, I still have to find Sauron, and just jumps out right before they go to fucking Valinor, and she's just like, swims 500 fucking miles back to Middle-earth? Shut the fuck, I don't give a fuck if you are the best elf on the world, you're not swimming 500 miles back to fucking... Don't get me on a Rings of Power rant, dude. Don't get me on a Rings of Power rant. Right?
Not even Michael Phelps could swim 500 miles.
No, nobody could. No fucking elf could. That's why Valinor is that far away, because no one can fucking get there. Nor get back from there.
Yeah.
The sailors who sail the ships don't even go into Valinor. They go to a port. And then that port takes everybody who gets off of the boats to Valinor. They're not even allowed to go in because it's not their time to go in yet. So the people like driving the boats or sailing the boats, they don't even go in. Because they're not ready to go in. Because they have to go back with the boats to get more people and then come back. Like it. They don't even know people. Lore. And here's the thing: they probably do know the lore, but they can't fucking use any of it.
They don't care.
Well, they can't use it because most of that lore is in Lord of the Rings. They can only use the appendices of Lord of the Rings. They can't use the Hobbit. That's why they're called Harfoots. You can't use hobbits. And they can use the Silmarillion, which is a 200-page history book with no dialogue, which is an amazing book. But it's a history book. It's like reading Norse mythology. You're reading a mythology. There is not a bit of dialogue in that book from a character.
Yep.
It'll be like, oh, and then, Edgar Ilúvatar told them that he would give them sight if they could harmonize. But you're not seeing him actually go, now I will let you all have sight once your music of harmony is complete. Like, you don't see it. It's not said. It's not something he says. It's not something that happens. It's literally the history of the world.
Well,
they have the they can't even work with the Children of Hurin, which is another book, or Baron and Luthien. Like, they can't do any of that shit. So they're stuck with like 40 to 50 pages of appendices, probably, maybe a little bit more. And
can they use Gandalf? Can they use him?
No, that's why he doesn't have a name. That's why the old wizard that shows up in the Rings of Power Season 1 does not have a name. They call him the Wanderer or the Stranger or something, because they can't call him Gandalf. That's why he doesn't even fucking speak.
Wow. So he's just there for Easter eggs.
Literally.
He's just there to say, look, Gandalf. Like,
so they can only use certain names of characters. Like, they can use Galadriel because she's in the Silmarillion. But they can only have her do things that were in the Silmarillion, which they've completely fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I've heard you say many times that the lore that they had, they didn't even do that right either.
No.
Like,
No, none at all. It's nothing like the Silmarillion, and I love that book. It's nothing like it. Which should have started. They should have started the show with. They should have just done the Silmarillion, like have it skip throughout all these different things, because you could have started the first episode. Let's say it's an hour, right? The first 25 to 30 minutes should be the creation of Middle Earth,
that would have been cool, yeah.
because so many people don't even know about the gods who are fans of Lord of the Rings, who have no idea that the gods exist. So you should have Eru Iluvatar in darkness create the first what are they called? The Maiar. Not the Maiar. Someone's gonna correct me in chat, probably. It's been a while since I've read it. But because the Maiar, that's Gandalf, he's a Maiar. But there's like above that. And they're like the sons and daughters of Eru Iluvatar. And you should have him like bring his children into creation. Show the fact that the whole entire world of Lord of the Rings, which I think is one of the coolest ways to create life and create this world, is they had to sing and harmonize with one another to create Middle Earth. Show that. You could show that in a 10-minute fucking like backstory clip in the first episode to show how Middle Earth was created, to show where we go, and like how the darkness came, how Melkor started to create discourse and sing out of tune, and all these other things that then started creating darkness, like the orcs, the trolls, things like that. How some of the Maiar, like Gandalf, joined with Melkor, Sauron being one of them, the Balrogs being the others. The Balrogs were in human form. They were twisted by Melkor to look like the 5 Balrogs that we know of. You only see one in the movies, but there's 5 of them. The other 4 are dead by this point. And then that's when Melkor becomes Morgoth instead of being Melkor. And like, show all of that. Explain why the orcs exist. Explain how he twisted the elves into being that. Explain why Sauron joined him in the first place. And there's a lot there. I don't know what that is.
Cameras?
Clipped.
There's something else that like I've noticed too.
I mean, I don't know what he would
is that,
but
there are like, you know, apologists for the, you know, Rings of Power show that have said
my girl
that
I fucking hate that girl so much.
I
think the best part of the Rings of Power promotion, real quick, is the fact that as they're all walking through those like flaming hoops and shit on their way to do the interview, there's just a dude pissing in the background, and it's like, it's the fucking best, man. And they don't even notice that. They didn't even catch it in post. There's just a dude in the back, just back to the camera, like peeks over and just keeps looking. He's just taking a piss next to one of the fires. It's fucking hilarious.
I was, you know, gonna say there were people that like, that hate that Sauron was in the Hobbit movies, but then will, you know,
he's in the Hobbit movie. He's in the book.
I know, no, but there were people that don't like that Sauron was like in like the Hobbit movies, but then they'll say that, well, he's in the, you know, Rings of Power and he's fine. No, Sauron in the Hobbit movies is cool. He's cool in those.
He's the necromancer. He hasn't revealed yet to them that he is Sauron, that Sauron's back. That's why they bring Elrond and them. That's why Gandalf brings the blade. The Morgul blade. And they're like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, I found a Morgul, or Radagast found a Morgul blade when the necromancer tried to kill him. And they're like, that's not possible. And he's like, well, it's right fucking here. And they're like, well, then this guy must have figured out how to raise the dead or do something. And they're like, no, it's worse than that. Like, you have to trust me. And then that's why Gandalf goes to the mountain. I forget the name of the actual crypts, but that's where all of the 9 Nazgul were buried when they were killed, and all of their cells were
Mhm.
broken out. So that's how he knows, like, yes, Sauron's coming back because they've reawakened. All the Nazgul
Yeah.
have reawakened.
I
So,
don't think Sauron fits in the Rings of Power. He just doesn't fit.
well,
Like,
he was there, but Morgoth is still around. Well, not at that time. I think Morgoth's
the
already.
way that they're writing
The
him,
War of Wrath
well,
had already happened, so Morgoth is already dead. Well, not dead, but banished. There we go. Great Pilgrim, my resident wizard.
hey, the the events that take place in The Hobbit with Sauron and the White Council all happen at the same time in the book.
Yeah.
The only difference is that the Hobbit film showed it. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, no, but like Pilgrim, people are saying that like Sauron shouldn't have been in The Hobbit, but they're fine with him being in the Rings of Power, which makes literally zero sense.
Well, he is
So,
actually in The Hobbit, though. Like, in the book.
yeah,
He's actually in it.
yeah,
And he's in the Silmarillion as well. He's a foot soldier, though. Like, he's
yeah.
not the guy, like, well, I guess I'm thinking about the War of Wrath when he was a foot soldier. That would have been a way better show. Like,
Dude,
with literal fucking gods that are hundreds of stories high, like fighting each other over the trees of Valinor and the white and the dark tree. Like, that's pretty fucking epic. While there's a massive battle between elves and the forces of darkness with Balrogs and dragons and werewolves and ents and like all this shit going on at the bottom, while these massive motherfuckers are just going at it in the clouds, like, make that a show.
right. Sauron is terrible.
Yes, exactly. He should be in Rings of Power because that's around the time that he started going around as what is it? Anatar the Deceiver.
I just
And,
don't like the way that they're writing him. Like,
well, he should have
that's
been
not Sauron.
Anatar because Anatar is an elf. This guy's
Yeah.
just a random Southlander, which what the fuck is Southland? It's never a thing. And he's just a random Southlander that they find when in reality, like, he was a very regal, dressed in all white, long flowing white hair like Legolas. And he would show up to the men of the realm and the dwarves of the realm and the elves of the realm, and he would be like, I will show you how to create this power. Lord of Gifts, and he became Sauron the Deceiver. That's what it was. Anatar, the Lord of Gifts, becomes Sauron the Deceiver. But he was always Sauron the Deceiver. You know what I'm saying? He was Sauron.
I never read the Silmarillion,
So
so
Sauron's a shapeshifter. Sauron actually became
Yeah.
a werewolf at one point, and I think he killed Galadriel's brother. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So they have to use Halbrand, but it should have like just
they could
don't
have made it cool still
just,
though.
just don't make it then.
Yeah.
Or make Halbrand an elf. At least make it so like us as the viewer who has read the book, we might know like, oh, that's supposed to be Anatar. They just had to give him another name. You know what I mean? But to still have him be like Anatar, he's not at all.
Which is why they
Exactly
shouldn't
what
even
I'm
be making
saying.
this show.
And on the topic of making more Lord of the Rings, like I said, is WB sucks with DC, right? But I think they're smart enough to know they should not ever remake the Lord of the Rings because they just keep re-releasing them and making a fuckload of money. If they want to do something, I'm cool with them continuing random stories in an anime type animation like they're doing with the War of the Rohirrim.
That would be cool. Yeah.
They're licensing to Amazon. But they're making this animated Lord of the Rings movie that takes place before the movies. Okay, give us the War of Wrath as an anime. I'd watch the fuck out of that. Like,
yo, that would go stupid.
So do I. I have hope of that too, Great Pilgrim. But think about the War of Wrath as an anime. How sick that would be. Like,
dude,
it would be awesome. Hey, Jake.
I like when Rolly gets passionate.
That happens like once every stream, I think.
More of the real hero.
Yeah.
Nah, but the thing is though,
For
the
Ringus.
if Disney ever got their hands on Lord of the Rings, you already know they would literally do remakes. You already know that they would they would turn Gandalf into a woman. They would make Frodo black. They would they would
No,
literally do
Aragorn would be
everything.
black. Aragorn would be black.
Yeah.
Legolas
Yes.
would be a woman. Aragorn would be black.
Gimli would be tall
No,
because
Gimli
you
would
can have a
still be the
chauffeur.
same because you need your dwarven representation there. So Gimli would probably still be the same, but he would be less of a drunk and more of a bitch. Boromir would have an even sadder childhood. Galadriel would be buff, wearing armor the whole time.
Dude.
Oh wait, they already did that.
awesome.
Oh wait, they already did that. Sorry, Rings of Power already beat that.
She's hot in the
Kate
Lord of the
Blanchett's
Rings
fucking
movies.
beautiful. I don't want to hear anybody
If
say.
Disney ever, yeah, I feel the same way.
I'd be like, yeah, I'm out. This is not the timeline I want existed. I'm good.
How much, like,
We already talked about GTA 6, Jake. You missed it.
Yeah, man, that was literally what we covered
started
first.
on.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roland, do you think Disney would ever get their hands on it though, or do you think that they don't have the money for it?
Nope. Warner Brothers will never sell the rights to Lord of the Rings.
We thought the same thing about George Lucas though when he sold Star
Yeah,
Wars.
but Warner Brothers won't do it because they know they got Disney by the balls with that one. Because all they ever have to do to make money is just re-release Lord of the Rings in theaters. People are always going to go. Well, they've only done it a couple times, but what I'm saying is,
yeah,
we've talked about this last week and the week before, I think. I don't think so either, Pilgrim.
Yeah, nah.
I think Warner Brothers would be more likely to sell DC as a property.
Yeah, which I would literally jump off a cliff if.
No, I'm pretty sure they would sell DC to Disney on top of anything. Because they're not going to sell anything else. They'd be like, oh, here, we'll give you DC for Pirates. You know what I mean?
Warner Bros. Made by Pirate of the Caribbean movies made by Warner Brothers.
But they're not gonna ever do that, and they also there's just no way in hell. Yeah, they are, which Warner Brothers has their hands in. All right, Disney doesn't even have the money to buy anything right now. They'd have to sell first.
Of course.
And they're more focused on their parks right now more than anything because their parks are losing money, and that's always been their big money maker. Not the movies, not the shows, nothing like that. It's always been the parks.
Plus,
people
are getting rid of their Disney Plus too. So,
dude, I saw a super chat from somebody when I was watching a live stream, and he was like, "I canceled my Disney Plus, and I clicked the option of other, and it said why, and I said because you made it all lame and gay." And I was like, "That's fucking great!" Like, put a chicken in it, make it lame and gay. Excuse me, sir. I think I ordered the linguine, and I had you I think I asked to put a chicken in it and make her gay. And he goes, yeah, the chef was kind of confused by that. He goes, I said put chicken in it, make her fucking lame and fucking gay. It's like, that's all they do. Which is what the Marvels is going to be. That show's going to fail.
Dude.
That movie's going to fail. That movie's going to do worse than the Eternals. That movie's going to do worse than Blue fucking Beetle. That movie's going to do worse than all of these superhero movies that have come out. You need to watch the special. I streamed it the other night in the Discord. I watched it with I watched it with Ronnie in the Discord the other night.
Really?
Yeah, he loved it.
Blue Beetle? The Marvels won't beat out Blue Beetle, where at the end of the trailer they said,
Five Nights at Freddy's is going to beat out the Marvels.
yeah, but Five Nights at Freddy's is like, at least cool, kind
Yeah,
of.
but money wise, they didn't spend that much money on Five Nights at Freddy's at all. The Marvels is like
True.
a fucking $200 million, $300 million movie.
I heard that the budget's like $400 million. Like,
So the cat live stream is fuck you, dude. He doesn't even know about the cat live stream.
what happened?
You know how there's cats, like, for whatever fucking reason, the cats with the tentacles that open their mouths and shit?
Yeah.
They did an entire live stream with cats, and that's their main selling point right now is cats. There's cats in this movie, and some of them have powers.
Dude, there's literally a cat's play that's better than whatever the Marvels is trying to sell.
Well, dude, what I'm saying is it got really weird. Pilgrim, if you saw any part of it, you might know what I'm talking about. It got really weird because they started like unboxing. I have a pop right here. So I have a pop of fucking Noelle from Black Clover right here, right? It's just one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite character in Black Clover. They showed her, right? But it's all shots of their crotches. Like, it's not even up, right?
What?
And they're holding it in front of their crotch, and they're just like, can you see this? Are you looking at this figure? Look at this figure. It's crazy. It's really, really good look. Like, it's weird. It's fucking creepy. Like, and they're doing this with cats in the room. It's fucking strange. They do that. They fondle the fucking figure for like a couple minutes. It's like, what are you doing? They unbox them all and fondle them. It's weird, dude.
What I saw on Friday Night Tights.
Friday Night Tights, yeah. It's fucking weird.
Dude.
It's just strange. You're just like looking at it and you're like, lame and gay.
The funny thing about
it's gay and lame. It is. And don't worry, Pilgrim, we will be going over the Marvels trailer that he hasn't seen yet.
The funny thing about
nobody in chat, if you've seen the newest Marvels trailer, don't spoil Samuel Jackson's line. I want Roman to see it firsthand.
The funny thing about the Marvels is that you know how you know how at the end of the Blue Beetle trailer they literally say that like Batman's a fascist? That movie's still gonna make more money.
Oh, they do the same thing in this trailer. They do the same type of thing in this trailer, but it's not like Iron Man's a fascist. It's just one of those taglines, and the amount of times it's been clipped, like I need to get it for a clip for our channel. I swear to God, it's so fucking retardedly funny. And I'm telling you, they literally put a chick in this trailer, and she's lame and gay. There's a Marvel character. I mean, legitimately a character in this trailer that's lame and gay. I don't care. Post-credit scene last week.
Yeah. Already told me.
I don't want to show it. I know it leaked. I don't want to show it because I don't want us to get in trouble. But I doubt many of our viewers really give a shit about the Marvels, so I'm going to spoil it right now in 3, 2, 1. Beast from the Fox X-Men shows up. And apparently he's all CGI.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, Monica, you're cool now. Because I said so. So then you're a strong female character. That did absolutely jack shit. But you're interested. Because you're black. So you're cool. So join the X-Men.
Imagine introducing your biggest group of superheroes in that way. The X-Men deserve more than that. They really deserve more than that.
Don't worry. It's a different multiverse, Roman. You don't got to worry about it.
Dude.
Were they in multiverse event? Well, what's his fuck was, and then he had an aneurysm and died. Charles Xavier.
Patrick Stewart, who's like 97 now or something.
Yeah, but he had like an aneurysm and died. So it's like
Yeah.
he was just sitting there and he was like, "I'm smarter than you," and she's like, "No, you're not," and he's like, "Yeah, I am," and then she's like, "Well, your brain's dead," and he's like, "Ugh."
I hated that they made Wanda into a bad guy in that movie. That was such a weird.
They were
movie.
trying to do what they did with I keep wanting to say Scarlet Witch. Picard is getting old, yeah. Phoenix. They were trying to do Dark Phoenix. But
Dark
with
Phoenix,
Scarlet,
though.
but they were trying to do it with Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. Dark Phoenix
Yeah,
is
all right.
like,
Don't remind me. Don't remind me that Ian's old. All right.
Hey, listen. Credit to Ian though. He said that he's still going to be acting though.
He said he said he wanted to do Gandalf, and they didn't fucking bring him back.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what? I'm
But,
glad they didn't. I'm actually genuinely glad they did not. Because he doesn't need the Palpatine treatment.
True.
We're
Yeah.
talking about legends here. Like, I think
He actually deserves better. Yeah.
I think he legitimately saw like what they were doing because at the time Rise of Skywalker wasn't out yet when Rings of Power was being filmed. And I think after seeing something like that, and after them firing Tom Shippey and telling Peter Jackson to go fuck himself, that Ian McKellen was like, "Yeah, I'm good on all of this."
Yeah. I'm sure they asked him though. I'm
No,
sure
they
that they
didn't.
asked him.
I'm sure
You
they
don't think
did
so?
behind the scenes, but openly, no, they didn't. But I could totally 100% see Ian McKellen seeing what they did to his friends. It was a House of M adaptation, yeah, but they tried to do a Dark Phoenix type of thing with Wanda.
Yeah, but that doesn't work because like Jean Grey's easily a corruptible character, whereas like Scarlet Witch is not. She's very like strong willed in her head. So
She's
but
always been strong willed, and then she loses it because of her
yeah,
non-existent kids. Non-existent kids. They're not real. They were never fucking real, and she enslaved an entire town because of it.
she never had it, bro. She lost her mind because of kids that she never had. That's
And then she
that's
went and
wild.
killed the other version of her that did have kids.
Yeah.
Went and murdered
Yeah.
their real mom to be their real mom. What a hero! Glad that Doctor Strange says in the end of the movie, "Well, you're a hero." Fuck you, Disney. Fuck you, Disney Marvel. Fuck you. I don't even care about Marvel that much, but I care about my friends who care about Marvel and DC that much, and these superhero shows. It's like, you guys are all fucking stupid.
Stop, Pill.
That's it. That's the quote. That's the fucking quote. They'll never know what you gave up for them. What did she give up? Being a good guy? They'll never know you went full Anakin Skywalker, but worse. In a bad way. You didn't even go Anakin Skywalker in a cool way. You went Anakin Skywalker in a lame way.
They'll never know what you gave up.
I can't believe that was a fucking line.
Dude, Benedict Cumberbatch, bro, was probably pissed afterwards.
Just go back to making him Sherlock and a dragon, and I'm cool with that. He was fine in a Hobbit dragon when he's crawling around, and he's fine as Sherlock. Just give him back some good fucking roles because he don't deserve to be. He's too good of an actor to be in this bullshit.
Yeah, and
how do you think we haven't seen him pop up in any of the DC or the MCU shows?
Like, if they're gonna have Doctor Strange, at least have him be like the main character now.
He should be the new Tony Stark. He should be the new Tony Stark. 100%.
Yeah.
It should be him and Spider-Man as like Stark and Captain America and Thor. It should be him, Thor, and Spidey.
Yeah. Well, no, but now Thor is also a cuck.
Yeah,
Thor is a cuck now.
Thor's a cock.
So-
Yeah, Thor's a cock who now has an adopted daughter.
So they only have Doctor Strange because Spider-Man at the end of No Way Home, no one knows what's going on with him. So now they only have Doctor Strange.
Well, because
And-
Sony wanted him back. That's it.
Yeah,
Sony was like,
yeah.
"Delete this so everybody forgets about Spider-Man because we want him back, guaranteed." That's why he's not in the,
Yeah.
MCU anymore. And it truly is. If this new Marvel's trailer does not prove to you, it really is the MCU. Shout out to Gary from Neurotic for coming up with that because it's now shown up in so many different articles that like he just deserves fucking trademark rights over that name. But it really is becoming the MCU. More than enough. It's ridiculous. And we will get into this trailer in just a minute, but we're gonna go through this thing in autistic detail because it's just if it doesn't prove, like I said, if it doesn't prove what South Park just did, it's perfect. But I'm sure you've all seen the clips of put a chicken and make her lame and gay. Well, that's this movie.
Dude,
Yeah,
I don't know if I want to watch this trailer or not.
Oh, we're going
guess I'll
to,
skip it.
and I just watched Chris Gore this morning from Film Threat and the amazing show that he used to have. And his magazine. Chris Gore is a legend in the comic and nerd culture world.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
Chris was brought in. He didn't even get the invitation. His partner did. Alan Ings, which we call Ing the Menace. And Alan Ing got an extra ticket, but Chris didn't. They're both from Film Threat. Chris didn't get one. So he brought Chris with him, and they just saw the Marvels last night. So I watched Chris talk about it today. And he said, one of the things that stuck out to me was, no matter how bad you think this movie is, just from watching the trailers, how bad you think it's going to be, multiply that.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Yeah, X-Ray Girl's father. Yeah, Alan Ing. Yeah. Not really her dad, but they're both Asian, so it's a joke. But yeah, it's especially from what Chris said, it's bad, and there is actually 2 ending scenes.
It makes me so upset the fact that they had Moon Knight and they didn't make him canon, and they could have just rocked with Moon Knight and
they could have just rocked with Moon Knight and Deadpool and Spider-Man if they wanted to for a while.
That would make them money easy.
Come in and out. Like, you could have rocked with it. And like you gotta do what the comics did. So you'd have these massive events, right? Like the Infinity Saga and Secret Wars. And like, you'd have these huge events that everything led up to. And then what did they do after the event? They brought it back down to the ground level. Well, now Spider-Man is just protecting New York. And he's fighting some random villain that's like in his rogues gallery. And then you have like Captain America doing his thing and Iron Man doing his thing. And then, oh, look, another event's happening. We got to build that. But you bring it back down to the surface level, and then you have something big enough to come up where all of them have to join together. That's
when everything is an Avengers level threat, nothing feels like it's big enough anymore.
Nothing's a threat.
No.
Because you know they're going to win every time.
Well, because they've already beaten it.
Yes.
Like they literally beat Thanos, and Thanos is
that should have been after. Thanos should have been after Secret Wars. You should have done Secret Wars first, and then you go into like the Skrull shit, all this other stuff, build that up, then go to the Infinity Saga, have like the end of the MCU finally be.
It's a great quote. Yeah, it's facts. It's facts, bro. It's facts.
It really is.
No, but Thanos is more powerful than Kang. So how are they gonna sell us that Kang is this super powerful being
Well,
more so
Roman,
than Thanos was?
Roman, you have to remember that Kang had the Infinity Stones as paperweights in Loki. They're just paperweights. They're not
What?
important.
Nah,
Nothing
nah,
that has ever happened
nah,
in the past 12 years was ever important because
nah,
they're just paperweights at the end of the day.
nah, nah, nah. No, no,
Yeah,
no.
no, it was always meant to happen that way. There was no stakes. It was always going to end up happy and go lucky. There
They're
was
gonna
any
beat.
stakes. Nothing ever mattered.
They're going to beat Galactus off screen. I'm calling it right now.
Galactus
That's what
is going to be a woman, and she'll be lame and gay.
Galactus is going to be a
Or
gay woman,
Galactus will be
bro.
this big ass man who shows up, and his mom's going to bitch slap him in the back of the head. And that's going to be it. They're never going to do Galactus. And if
But-
they ever do Galactus, he'll have a very tragic backstory about how his dad beat him.
They
That's why he's mean.
they have to do
Dude,
Galactus.
that to me, Pilgrim, is one of the biggest mistakes they have ever made. Was killing Ultron in one movie.
Ultron's cool, bro. He's so cool.
Ultron, like I remember when I was a kid and I watched it was the Avengers movie where Ultron shows up, and at the very end, when there's the battle for Wakanda with Hydra and the Red Skull and all this other shit, it's this crazy fucking battle for Wakanda, and everybody's there. And then like that gets resolved, but Ultron's created like towards the end of it, and he's good. And it ends. And then the next movie is like in the future where Tony Stark and Hulk, or Tony Stark himself, because Hulk gone, no one knows where he's at. So Tony Stark has this dome in the middle of like the jungle somewhere in Africa or the South America, and he's keeping Black Widow and Captain America's kid. Yep. He's got Hawkeye's son. He's got Ant-Man and the Wasp's daughter. He's got all these different characters. Black Panther's son. Like everybody is there that he's keeping safe and training because Ultron has fucked over almost everything. And Tony's an old man with white hair and a beard and like all this shit. And he's still Iron Man, but he's like, I need to protect the kids of the Avengers. And then these kids, with the help of Tony Stark and Hulk, end up beating Thanos, Ultron by the end of the movie and actually completely destroy him. Like, you should have done something with that, where Ultron was fine in the Age of Ultron. Like, make him the Age of Ultron. Like, he comes back, right? And it's like, all right, we beat him. We've reset him. He's okay. Make him an AI for the next, 10 movies.
They could have dragged Ultron out to being, like, a super level threat, but they killed him off in one film.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is, like, he should have come back after Infinity War and Endgame. Like,
yeah.
Have him retake control over, not even just Vision, like, have him do something where he's been around. At least he's been around. Maybe he's sealed. Maybe something else. And then Ultron's the one who ends up killing all the Avengers. That would have been way more fucking interesting.
They're not going to, though.
That's what I'm saying. They could, but they're not going to. And, like, Ultron's a great character, and he's one of the most... Next to Thanos, to me, Ultron is the most terrifying villain.
They should have made him the first threat, and then
They should have but they didn't have the rights to Deadpool at the time, but they also should have incorporated Lady Death into the Infinity Saga.
Oh my god, dude. No, but like
Lady Death is already in Deadpool. It's his wife.
Yeah.
She's already technically Lady Death. She keeps talking to him after she's already dead.
Yeah, but then she's like alive again at the end of the second movie. But yeah.
Yeah, but you could still make her Lady Death, and she's a good actress. She was great in Gotham, as much as you don't like Gotham. Oh yeah, dude.
Dude,
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Ultron's wild. Doesn't Ultron get the Infinity Gauntlet at some point in the comics?
Mm-hmm.
He does,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He messes everything up, bro.
That's
He
what I'm
messes
saying. Like,
everything up. He
that's what
messes
you
everything
do.
up.
After Thanos is beaten, you bring Ultron back. You bring the Infinity Gauntlet back in a different way, like 5 other movies down the line. And you like have the Avengers not replace where all the Infinity Stones are. Have them have Ultron's AI, who's now good after everything. That AI tells them where to go to place everything, but that AI is planning 10 steps ahead and is already
Mhm.
like, all right, I'm going to know exactly the locations and times of all of these places. I can go back and get them whenever I want. Do something like that.
Nah, dude, Thanos was sick. The way they handled things after that whole saga is what's led to his downfall.
That's what I'm saying.
True.
I'm
Yeah.
agreeing with you, but like have Ultron be the next big fucking. Yeah, he could use Tony's gauntlet. But I'm saying
Dude.
if he was the one who told them, if it wasn't like Hulk like clicking on a fucking computer going, oh my god, we gotta go back to this time at this point, like, dude, have Ultron be the one who's telling them where
Wait a
to
second.
put things.
So what you're saying is have Ultron be in Endgame,
Yes.
helping them fight that.
And then helping them
Oh.
put shit where it needs to be so that Ultron already has it after all this is fucking done. And then you end the movie, you end Endgame with Ultron fucking coming out and leaving, taking over a suit and leaving. And then
That
that's it.
would've
And then we don't
that
see him
would've
for a
been
while.
crazy.
We don't see him for the next like 5 or 6 shows. He doesn't come up again in a really like not even have him come up in the next 5 or 6 years. And then he shows up at the end of like one of the movies, just what they did at the end of Avengers, where Thanos showed up for a second. Have him show up and be like, one more to collect. And then that's it.
No. Not ending it with Ultron. Galactus should be the ultimate threat. But like what I'm saying is Ultron would have made more sense than doing Kang. Because Kang's not as powerful as Thanos is in terms of
Kang was also
in terms of
never a
scale.
popular character in the first place.
No. Whereas like everybody wanted Ultron back because everybody loves him. And like
No, I'm saying let it end the way it did. I agree with that. But instead of doing fucking Kang, if they had had Ultron alive this whole time, say that instead of killing him, Vision decorrupted him, turned him back to what he was. But there was that one little strand of data that was still left. And over the course of Avengers Age of Ultron, all the way up to Endgame, that corruption data has been smart enough to stay low. And it's chilling. It's like a cancer you don't know about for years, right? But it's there, but you don't know about it. And it finally turns into a tumor. And then it completely takes over. And then but he's smart enough that he doesn't act any different. Doesn't do anything any different. He's the one who tells everybody in Endgame where to put the stones, exactly where to put them to bring them back, and reset the timelines and shit. So he has Captain America go and do this, but in reality, he already knows where all of them are at now. So you don't even have to end Endgame with that. You go to the next movie. You could go to you could go to any of the other MCU movies. You go to Thor. You go to Spider-Man. You go to anything else, and just have Ultron in it. Even if Tony still died, even if Cap still was old, even if Black Widow's still dead, it doesn't change the fact. Well, you don't know he knows where Vision's is. I'm not saying he kills Vision at the end of the movie. He could always do that later. That's the last stone. That's what I'm saying. That would be the last the last two stones that Ultron would need would be Doctor Strange's Time Stone and Vision's Vision Stone.
Right.
That's the last two he needs. But he's already collected them. Because by the time that we're at Captain Marvel now, or the Marvels now, or Secret Wars, like before all that, like you could have had him slowly, like just disappear, right? Have him take a suit, no one knows about it. Ultron's gone. And you're like, well, what the fuck happened to him? No one knows. He dipped. He's out. He's nowhere. We haven't seen him for the past 6 or 7 years in the movies. Like in real life, 6, 7 years go by. We haven't seen him. But then you get a movie where he shows up. He's got Stark's old gauntlet on. That Stark used. And he's like, 2 left.
Yeah.
And that's it. But he's not using any of them yet. He just has 2 left to get. And then he hunts down Strange, hunts down Vision. That's when Vision dies. All this other shit. Like, you could totally do that.
It would, but like it would be cool. It would be cool. It's
Yeah,
better than
in the comics, though.
it's
The
better than what they're.
are inherently repetitive.
It's what Rolo just said is instantly better than what Marvel's doing now. Like
Exactly. All right, at least it's better than what Marvel's doing now. And he's more of a threat than fucking Kang, who we've already seen die 3 times.
yeah, like
And he hasn't done
Kang?
anything. He got beaten by ants. Pussy. The fuck?
dude.
And they're not even gonna.
Kang?
Here's the thing: they're not even gonna have Kang because the actor's gonna go to jail or some shit. So they're not even gonna have.
So then how can they do the Kang dynasty without Kang?
Oh, they just go and get another black guy who looks close enough to Jonathan Majors. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, we're
They
good."
get Will Smith. They just get Will Smith.
He just smacks the shit out of everybody. He's like Kang, but he looks like a normal like SHIELD agent, and he just walks up and he's like, "Keep the TVA's name out your goddamn mouth." Beating the shit out of Loki. Just smacking him. Yeah, I heard that
man.
rumor, and that rumor is retarded. I mean, I believe they would do it, but I think that's such a stupid idea.
Yeah, I would.
You can't do Doctor Doom without the Fantastic Four, okay? And I'm not even a massive Marvel fan. I just know all of this because my cousin is like as big into Star Wars as I am with as I am, but he is with Marvel. Roman's the same way. Roman knows more about DC and Marvel than I do. But I know all these major events. I know all these major characters. I know how important they are. And I watched everything up to Endgame. So, and I read some of the comics. I just can also see that they haven't done any of my favorite comic book characters correctly. Like Doctor Strange, like Thor, like the Moon Knight. Like
the thing is,
like I used to watch the X-Men show when we were kids. It was
X-Men 97? Yeah.
Not even 97. The X-Men what was the other X-Men TV show that had like it was like Gambit, Deadpool was in there, like everybody. It was literally everybody.
X-Men Legends? X-Men Legends.
What's the one that was on Cartoon Network every week? Because that's the one. Like the one where Domino's in it, and she's like about to fight somebody, and all of a sudden she gets teleported into the middle of a fucking highway, and she's standing in the yellow line in the middle of the highway. And like that show, whatever that show was. It was the same animation as the old Batman shows. Same animation.
Yeah. Pilgrim, if this rumor is true, that would be awful because Doctor Doom is only viable. Like it's kind of like people would argue that you can't do Venom without without Spider-Man, and that's kind of true. But like at the same time, they've been able to make Venom work, but you can't do a Doctor Doom without the Fantastic Four. His character is literally tied to that series. Like it's tied to that. So you cannot do Fantastic Four or you cannot do Doom without them. You can try, but it's not gonna work because the fan like unless you make a completely new character, it's not gonna go over well because they're literally tied to his origin. I saw that too. I saw that it's in the works. And I don't want them to make that movie because they're not gonna there's never been a good Fantastic Four movie ever. The ones in the 2000s, while I love them, they're absolutely awful. And the one in 2015 is like literally garbage. To the point that I actually threw it in my trash can. But yeah, let's let's just watch this Marvels trailer so that
Okay.
we can
Let me pull this baby up real quick.
talk about better things. It'll be lame and gay, and they'll make the chick the lead. Facts, true.
What's gonna be lame and gay?
The Fantastic Four movie.
Oh yeah, no, it should be black.
Yeah.
You can't forget that. She'll be a person of color.
The thing is, though, even though it's not accurate, I liked Michael B. Jordan as
Yeah, but they're a
Torch.
It
But
doesn't make any sense though. Johnny Storm is the sister of Sue Storm or the brother of Sue Storm.
the sister of Sue Storm.
Well, he is in that movie, but I'm just saying it makes zero fucking sense. Wow,
True.
I look up
True.
the Marvels, and the first thing that comes up is Gary. It's not anything else.
Really?
Yeah,
That's sad actually.
that's
I mean,
actually.
it's awesome for Gary, but like it's sad for like Marvel.
I just want to make sure this is the right one, real quick, before I pull it up.
Stop, Pilgrim. No, bro. Thing's not gonna be orange. Thing's gonna be like green. They're gonna make Thing green so that he matches with She-Hulk. Thing's not gonna be orange rocks anymore.
Now he'll just be like a big black man or something. I'm not even lying. Like, can you put it past them?
They're gonna turn him into Luke Cage, bro. Bro.
Oh my god, this video has 645 likes and 3.3k dislikes.
What does?
The trailer for the Marvels.
Wait a second. How are you seeing the dislikes? Do you have YouTube Premium?
I don't know. I can see them right now on IGN movie trailers.
Wait, what?
I can see it right now on IGN movie trailers. I can see it. I'm watching it through IGN. Unless you guys want me to go to actual Marvel and dislike them, I can do that. Let me go to Marvel because I'm sure they posted it.
How do you see, dude? What? You can see the dislikes? That's crazy.
Yeah, I can see this.
How is that possible?
Because cool. Yeah, what the fuck? I can actually see that this. Holy shit! 75k likes, 92k dislikes on the official Marvel Entertainment trailer.
There's a Chrome extension where you can see the dislikes. Oh,
I didn't have the Chrome extension, but this is working. I have not done the Chrome extension. Maybe I did it a really long time ago for like one of the Star Wars trailers. If it's still working, I mean, here we go. Maybe they brought the dislike button back without telling anybody because it's right here. You guys will see it.
The dislike button's back.
Look at that.
Hey,
Look at that.
hey.
And no, I'm not subscribed because I don't fucking care.
Is that Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah, because here's the thing with this trailer. What they have to do is they have to put all these scenes from Endgame into the trailer so that it makes you feel like really nostalgic and special about everybody that she has nothing to fucking do with.
She was in the movie for 7 minutes.
I
She was
know.
in the movie for 7 minutes.
I know. It's nostalgia. But, like, here's the other thing. This has no connection to any of that, and it's also rewriting all of this shit. I just find that funny. So,
Oh my God.
here we go,
Hopefully
I
we
guess.
don't get. Hopefully we don't get
won't.
cucked by.
I'll pause a lot. We won't. It's gonna take us like fucking 10 minutes to get through this 2-minute trailer.
Heroes. It's an old-fashioned notion. But the world can still use them.
Ready.
Whatever it takes.
How dare they?
Whatever it takes.
How dare they? How
That right
dare
there.
they? How dare they compare Tony Stark and Steve
Captain Marvel.
Rogers to Captain Marvel?
Yep.
How dare they?
How
How
fucking
dare they? How dare they? Two of the biggest superheroes of all time ever, and you, dude.
And you
That-
compare them to a really shitty scene from Captain Marvel.
And why are they having Samuel Jackson calling her a hero? Like, what?
She's not. She fucking left for 40 years. She's gone. She's been gone for this entire thing. She doesn't show up to help whatsoever until the end of Endgame.
Yeah.
She's been
Quite
gone since before Tony Stark was even Iron Man.
Quite literally, she has been gone for like 40 years. She shows up at like the start of Endgame. She's there for like 4 minutes. Then she's at the end of Endgame for like 4 more for like, 4 more for
Don't
like
forget, she looks
4
like
more
a
minutes.
lesbian at the end of it. That helps, right?
She doesn't even do anything, bro. She doesn't even do anything.
She says hi to Peter Parker.
The biggest difference from the other MCU movies to date is that they're really wacky and silly. The worlds we go to in this movie are worlds unlike others you see in the MCU. Bro, what? What?
Who just said that?
Let's just keep playing this, bro. I can't deal with this anymore.
Yeah, these are actual quotes. Pilgrim's on it.
Pilgrim is on it, bro.
We destroyed Thanos.
The scene!
We destroyed Thanos?
Oh my god! Lame and gay, girl power! Let's go! All the women that don't know each other just finally show up to the same fucking place.
Yeah.
This is the dumbest scene in the movie.
They thought that
every single woman in the MCU in a massive battlefield who don't know one another show up to the exact same place at the same time and go, you know what? We're girls. Let's fucking get it done. And it lasts
remember that
a couple seconds.
Remember, I don't know if you were still asleep at this point, but remember the original
people,
scene.
And I have no problem falling asleep in fucking Endgame. That movie sucked.
Remember
had a good fight at the end. That movie sucked.
Remember the original scene where they're all coming out of the portals and they're all charging?
Yeah, that's sick.
And our theaters started cheering. I think that
was dope as fuck.
I think that they were trying to replicate that same scene when they had this female charging scene, but it just didn't hit the same because we had already seen everyone coming out of the portals and all of them charging.
Was supposed to emulate, and I wonder if Grey Pilgrim agrees with me. That scene was supposed to be the Marvel version of the Rohirrim arriving on Pelennor Fields to defend Minas Tirith.
I can't wait till the Marvel shows have to fight in World War III and try to group together like that, bro.
Well, Pilgrim, I want to know if you agree with this. that I genuinely think that scene when you just hear Falcon like on your left, and it opens up, and Bombay comes out, and then everybody is like, "Oh my God, Bombay!" And then it's like, "Oh look, we have Asian magic," and then like everybody shows up, right? Like that was supposed to be their Rohirrim showing up to the Battle of Pelennor Fields in front of Minas Tirith in the Return of the King. That was supposed to be that scene where Theoden's speech happens, like, but from Marvel. That was supposed to have that same amount of gravitas. And did it have some gravitas? Of course. Was it the same level? Absolutely fucking not.
Pilgrim says definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. That was their Rohirrim.
I see it too.
Bro.
Let's just hit play, bro. Let's just keep going. I can't do with this.
But it's not over.
My work is inevitable. There will always be more to finish it.
Who the hell is that? Who's that?
That's Darth Vader or something. But he is now a she.
Wait a second.
That's female Ronan the Accuser.
Wait a second. What?
Yeah, that's female Ronan the Accuser.
They gender swapped that character? Oh my god.
Yeah, and that's also Tom Hiddleston, who plays Loki. That's also Tom Hiddleston's fiance. And I like what somebody said in chat the other day when I was watching. I think it was on Gary's stream that somebody said that she just looks like a soccer mom doing cosplay. And I think that's very true.
Jake, watch it with us. Watch it with us.
Oh, Jake, yeah, fucking 100%. You've never seen The Lord of the Rings? We're watching that shit together, you son of a bitch. Yeah, no, we're watching that. I have the original Lord of the Rings movies on disc, ready to go. Extended edition. We're doing that. Especially when you're off for winter break. Or holiday break. We're doing that. We're definitely doing that. Because you'll be here. So I don't want to hear no excuses as to why you haven't watched the best trilogy of all time.
He wants to hang out.
I know he wants to, but I don't want to hear no excuses as to why we're not watching Lord of the Rings. We'll order some good-ass food and watch some good-ass movies.
Facts.
But yes,
all right.
So they actually gave her a grill. Like when you see her face, she has a grill. Like a rapper. I'm not even joking.
Never once seen that, John. Here, it's crazy good though, dude. The movies are amazing.
Like I said, best trilogy of all time. Oh, Damia's back in chat. That is female the Accuser.
Ronan or Damio, this is your mom, bro.
No, this is a female Ronan the Accuser. She's got the same hammer. This movie looks terrible. Oh my god.
That shot is so.
This is just the beginning.
This is just the beginning. More lightning is going to shine into the skies. Like every other superhero movie these days.
Lightning this is like a bad. This is like a bad.
Man.
This is like the intro to like a super terrible anime where like the villain's giving like
it's like they're doing a knockoff Attack on Titan transformation with these lightning bolts.
Yeah.
It looks like a shittier version of a Titan transformation.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Like she might as well just bite her hand and have that happen.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, she really should.
She tore a hole in space.
Oh my god! She tore a hole in space! Fuck!
She tore a hole in space, bro.
That's fucking nuts! God damn, that's way more dangerous than somebody who can literally snap their fingers and change reality. Fuck out of here.
There's a different reality leading into ours.
So it's Multiverse of Madness again. And Quantumania again.
What
And
happened to
Loki
Samuel Jackson?
again. And WandaVision again. I have the same face as Samuel Jackson right here. I'm gonna clip this actually because I have the same exact face as Samuel Jackson right here on all of the MCU right now. Just what? He looks as confused as the fucking audience is.
I think he was confused once he heard that he was going to be in this movie.
There's Brie with just a resting bitch face all the fucking time.
I can't hate her completely though because she's tied with Johnny Depp, but like,
yeah, but she got some nice tits too, so that gives her an up. But like, Brie, smile. You got a good smile. I've seen it. Like,
at least she grew her hair back though.
Yeah, oh my
Which
god,
nice.
dude! If she was wearing that shitty, fucking, pardon my French, lesbian haircut. That's not even French. Lesbian haircut. Yeah, I wouldn't even be watching this trailer. She doesn't even look like Captain Marvel to begin with.
No,
because
no.
like
she.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Captain Marvel is buxom. She's got some big old bitties.
And she's got a pretty big bosom as well.
That's what I'm saying.
Not that she needs to have one, but like it would be kind of nice if your main female character like
was attractive like Gal Gadot for Wonder Woman, which was a bad movie, but at least everybody said she was looking like Wonder Woman.
Oh, Gal Gadot can have my kids.
Okay, all right, okay, all right.
What are you prepared to
I
do?
can't wait for Friday!
You're invincible. Your powers only make me stronger.
So you can't be matched.
Hey, That's it. That's the grill. The grill.
She looks like Lil Wayne. She looks like Lil Wayne, bro.
Yeah, a fucking grill, bro.
She looks like Lil Wayne. She looks like Lil Wayne.
She can't be matched when she's bringing orange slices to the kids after soccer practice.
Michael Jackson.
And she's a good-looking woman in real life. They made her look as manly as possible. And she only has this role. Let's be honest, she only has this role because of the fact she's Tom Hiddleston's fiance.
True. But she is good looking though. But yeah. She can't be matched. Fury, you guys beat Thanos, bro. She's nothing compared to him.
Well, apparently she is. Apparently she is another, like, you know how Ronan the Accuser was like one of Thanos' guys? Apparently she was one of Thanos' girls.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, so apparently she's trying to finish up what Thanos did. Or something. I don't fucking even understand. Because the MCU makes zero sense anymore. Why don't you just hit up fucking Daenerys' character from Emilia Clarke? Why don't you just hit up her character who can now use all these different scroll powers? Hit her up. She can use Captain Marvel powers. Fucking
oh no.
They're retarded. They're just retarded.
Can't be controlled.
No. I don't want to be there.
I'm not going, bro.
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm not going to be there. Sorry, trailer. You convinced me.
I have a job that I would rather be at than
apparently she's opening up portals that are, instead of just bringing people in, they're sucking things up.
Apparently Daimyo's calling me. It says that Daimyo's calling me.
On Discord?
No, like my phone. Apparently Daimyo's calling me. Saying that he's Rolo's hot mom.
No, he's not. That's Zach.
No, dude.
But
It's
Zach,
like down
Zach
to his
doesn't really do that. Zach just makes that as a meme when he comes on here. That's not actually Zach.
Hold on, peep what I'm gonna send you, because I keep getting a phone call from someone who, for some reason, I have it down as like Daimyo, but just like peep what I'm gonna send you. Hold on.
I don't care. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Is that Ronnie?
Dude, it actually might be because Ronnie did ask for your number.
And you gave it to him?
Well, he said he was talking to you the other night.
Oh, that makes sense now.
Yeah, he said he was talking to you the other night.
Not on the phone. We were talking through Discord.
No, on Discord, and then he texted me and said, "Hey, I'd like to
Oh.
talk to Roman more. Can you give me his number?" So that's probably him.
We figured it out then.
Let's continue with this fucking disaster piece.
Yeah, sorry, that was just a little bit of
For the moment that all the heroes and everybody you ever cared about does not fucking matter anymore.
I'm asking for one last fight.
All
right, can we go back? Because that CGI looks fucking terrible.
One last fight?
This CGI looks so bad. Like,
that
what?
Looks like
I'm asking for one last fight.
That looks worse than the Grimm movie.
So bad. This looks so bad. This
sounds like a monster.
You cannot protect your people. You can stand tall without standing.
Wait, that's the point where they put the chicken who made her lame and gay.
Valkyrie's in this?
Because guess what? Valkyrie in the DC or in the MCU, she's gay. And she's a lame ass character. That's literally a lame and gay character in the fucking movie.
I mean, she was cool in Ragnarok, but like
That's it. She sucked in everything else. Oh, you mean King of Valkyrie? Because King is no longer just a male term. She's King.
Hey, Ronnie. We were just talking about you.
Oh my God, scrolls. Let me just scream at light. Ah! Terrible.
Is this what the scrolls were leading to?
You cannot protect your people. You can stand tall without standing alone.
Here.
Who's here? Who's here? Who's here? Not me. It's not me. I'm not here.
Yeah. None of us are going to be going there in that theater. I'm not watching this movie. I know you guys wanted me to review some movies in the past, but I will not be watching this. I'm not giving them my money for this. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. If I was one of the people on like a live stream where we all had to watch the movie for it and shit like that, I would go and do it. But I'm not fucking going to watch this. I can't. Especially after hearing Chris Gore's review, I just can't do this. This is too much MCU for me.
The Marvels, rated PG-13.
Just wait. Just wait. Just wait.
Nah.
Just wait.
Nah.
Just wait.
Nah.
Monica,
Nah.
you gotta fly.
No, no, no.
Black girl magic.
Black Girl Magic. What the fuck is that? That's Batman's a fascist. Black Girl Magic.
That's so racist.
Black girl magic.
So racist.
That's a real fucking quote in the movie.
It had Samuel Jackson actually say that.
If that's not
Good.
on the nose, bro, of MCU, make her lame and gay. Put a chick in.
Dude, why?
Black Girl Magic. Use your black power. Too on the nose. I'm done. I've been done with Marvel, to be fair with you. Get me the fuck out of that. Black Girl Magic. I'm clipping that. I'm clipping that and I'm putting that like that. That'll be like our outro. It'll just be Samuel Jackson screaming Black Girl Magic.
Thank you for watching.
Real shit.
Thank you for watching. Black
What's
Girl
wrong
Magic.
with saying that? Like, Pilgrim knew it was coming. Black Girl Magic.
Why? Why make him say that? Why
Yeah,
make him say
Pilgrim,
that?
Pilgrim, can you DM me on Twitter that Eric July clip? Do you have that? The one from Real BBC yesterday? See if Pilgrim's still here. I don't know who posted it. Where they were talking about her bands, because I have to be very careful when I say this. The Marvel Nega bands. Nega bands.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
The
Yeah.
Nega bands. You be careful. You're not sure what I'm talking about? Oh, fuck. I gotta find it. Eric July
It's gonna
was
be
on
in your
Real
search
BBC
engine.
yesterday.
It's
And
gonna be
I'm
in
like,
your search engine now.
well, I gotta find it on X Twitter shit.
Pause, bro.
How
How long do you think that it's gonna be before we call Twitter X and like we only call it X?
Oh, quite a while.
Yeah, I'm still
Quite a
gonna call it Twitter for like.
Yeah, definitely quite a while. I don't know who. Oh fuck! So I have to find it on the Real BBC when they're going over the trailer. I'll do it.
The real BBC.
Which means bagging boarding comics. Okay, it doesn't mean big
Yeah.
black cock. Just so you know. Well, it doesn't. Like, it means bagging and
Not
boarding.
unless you go to Cornhub.
That's an
Then it's
entirely different website, to be honest with you.
true.
Just want to go to the part where hold on, I think I might have found it. Hold on. Found it. So, Eric July was on yesterday. He did not watch the Marvels. But right now, Mahler, who was the Real BBC, there was a clip on X. That's what it was. Sorry, Pilgrim, but excuse me, chat. I'm so sorry if I just blew anybody's eardrums out. That came out of nowhere.
Bless you, bro.
So yeah,
Oh no.
I'm gonna
Oh
share
no.
this. So we got as Gary, Mahler, and Dranker. And the funniest thing here. Look at that fucking face, by the way. Like, seriously, they always find a way to make attractive women not attractive. But this is Eric July, who created, he was created the Rippaverse. He did I Saw Him 1 and 2, or 1 and 2 is about to come out, and Alpha Core, which is going to be coming out soon with Graham Nolan and Joe Bennett. We have Mueller, who was just on Theory's channel. Mueller's on here a lot. But they're going over the trailer, and Eric July's reaction is just really funny. So,
as nega bands, or are these just bands? Like, does anybody know that?
They haven't called them. They've called them. They haven't called them nega bands yet.
Okay.
Can I just
But
one
we're
clarification?
alluding to it. That's what they are.
That's what they are, which was what the OG Captain Marvel originally
which
had.
is why I'm like,
Yep.
okay, it's even more aggravating having now understood that.
I don't know if this makes a difference, but I thought it was really cringe in the show. Maybe it's less or more, depending on you guys what you think. But episode like 2 or 3 of Miss Marvel, they scan her, and her friend says the power isn't coming from the bangles; it comes from you. The bangles just awoke the superhero within you.
So she's always been a nigga.
I have.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! No.
Not the arc we were expecting, but the arc we needed.
Hi, Twitter.
I fucking never heard Mahler laugh that hard, bro. Where I've heard Mahler laugh, but I have never heard Mahler laugh that hard where he just loses it. I had to go back and play that clip again. That is just too fucking good.
Never know what she sacrificed.
Yeah.
So yeah, Monica's in serious trouble as a character. No fucking clue what the hell she's even about. And wasn't it reported, at least in rumor, that the actress for her and Brie Larson clashed a bit on this set?
That's rumor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do
But
wonder about.
I don't know. I don't know. Apparently, Brie clashed with quite a few people on the set.
It's just that what is the nature of this like dynamic? You know, I imagine the actress for Miss Marvel is probably the chill one.
Yeah.
Just as happy to be there, but also would like
The
things
kid,
to be.
Yeah. She's like a good.
I was gonna say,
come
watching
on.
Miss Marvel, she's fine. She's like a bubbly, personable actress. It just sucks that the script isn't helping her out. And then of course, like her powers don't make any fucking sense. And then she's not a great hero, which is she's learning. It's fine, but
I'm sorry, man. I just again, I know I'm out of the loop, but everybody's out of the fucking loop. To be fair, and I get it.
There
but
is
I'm
no
trying,
loop
I'm
to
just
be
trying to
in.
make sense of this shit from just a guy that understands the source material per se. And I just
Okay, Eric, take everything you know from the source
oh, I
material.
get just
forget it.
fucking
Throw it
forget
in the bin. Just throw it in the bin.
Throw it in the bin. It means
I was about to
nothing.
say it must be surreal to hear me referencing these names, knowing they mean something completely different to you. Like, you're like, what is he saying? Why is he saying those things?
Marla, that's why I'm like trying to conceptualize this stuff and asking these questions because I'm like, well, I need this to make sense. And to be fair, it just doesn't. Maybe that's just what it is. Maybe
Welcome to the
it
MCU,
doesn't
I
make
guess.
sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Now, I haven't watched Miss Marvel, but I've watched every other TV show and movie that's supposed to lead into us, and it has nothing to do with any of it.
So, all right. So it's Miss. So yeah, we know that they were too chicken shit to commit to Miss Marvel being Stretchy McGee, right? She's now
Well, it's because of the Muslim faith and magic.
Cowards. Fucking cowards. That's what they are for not doing that. But okay. So if I understand correctly, because again, I didn't watch Miss Marvel, she's getting them from the bands, right? That she got in the mail per se. Are they referring those as nega bands, or are these just bands? Like, does anybody know that?
They haven't called them. They've called them. They haven't called them nega bands yet.
Gary,
Okay.
I just love that.
That's what they are.
That's what they are. Which
I just love that Gary was careful with saying that. He was like, they haven't called them nega bands. It's just
what the OG Captain Marvel originally
which is
had.
why I'm like, okay, it's even more aggravating having now understood that.
I don't know if this makes a difference, but I thought it was really cringe in the show. Maybe it's less or more, depending on you guys what you think. But episode like 2 or 3 of Miss Marvel, they scan her, and her friend says the power isn't coming from the bangles; it comes from you. The bangles just awoke the superhero within you.
So she's always been a nigga.
I have.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! No.
Not the arc we were expecting, but the arc we needed.
Hi, Twitter. Oh shit!
So Eric actually killed it there, dude. That was too funny. That was just a great. That was a great clip. I had to share that because Eric can get away with saying it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. He was like
As
the
an
only one there.
African-American himself. But that
So-
was just. It's just funny that the way that things were done, but yeah, man, I would shit. Like all these guys are so busy. I'd love to be able to actually have the chance to talk with one of them or a couple of them before. So that's why, like, if I go to one of these meetups with everybody, which I'm hoping on doing next year, if I go to one of the big meetups, I'll live stream part of it or something. So that, or at least take videos and pictures so that you guys can see my time with them because they're really good people, but they actually genuinely care about the things that all of us care about.
I'm going to push Rolo. He will have his channel up by that point. So.
Oh, I will. A
A
lot of behind the scenes stuff, family shit, things like that. That just they've been getting in the way.
No one cares. Damio, go back doing what you were doing. Go and hop over a border.
You know what, Damien? At least I care about your channel because I'll be there later.
Right, like he's not being very nice. Speaking of not being nice, what do you think about Kevin Feige? Do you think he's going to go to Lucasfilm, or do you think he's not going to?
No, he literally said no.
Because we
Pilgrim.
we're getting conflicting reports here, and I don't know
He
who
said no in an interview, but that's the same exact thing as what's her face making the Rogue Squadron movie. Like she was like, "Oh, it's gonna happen," or Ryan Johnson being like, "Oh, I have a whole trilogy," and then Disney's like, "Oh, we don't really know about that." And then it's like, "Oh, it's gonna happen." Oh, it's not gonna happen. Oh, it's gonna happen. Oh, it's not gonna happen. So it's like, yeah, that's not gonna fucking happen. Like
it literally says that like his movie
why do we
isn't
want
happening.
him? Why do we want him? Look what he's producing right now in the Marvels. Why the fuck would we want him touching Star Wars? I don't want Kevin Feige anywhere near Star Wars.
Well, let me ask you though. Would you
I
rather
don't want
Kevin
anybody
Feige...
from Disney anywhere near Star Wars right now. I want you to clean house, fucking fire everybody, Dave Filoni included, Jon Favreau included. Fire at fucking everybody.
You put Jon Favreau in there too? John?
Yes! Because
John
he was
has
too much
tried,
of a pussy. Like, as much as I love Jon Favreau, he was too much of a pussy to come out and defend Gina Carano, on it personally. There's rumors that he defended her, but those are rumors. You know who defended her? Nick Smokes more. Yeah, what's up, Nick? But the people that were defending Jon Favreau, like, he should have came out and defended Gina, because the way that apparently he defended her behind the scenes was not that. Who defended her? Carl Weathers. Carl Weathers in person and on the internet defended Gina Carano. Carl Weathers should stay. Carl Weathers directed some of the best episodes of Mandalorian once they started letting him direct. Carl Weathers is the one you keep. He cares about Star Wars. He cares about the characters, and he cares about his co-hosts. And on top of that, John didn't have a leg to stand on. Dave Filoni bent the knee, and everybody else has fucked over the story of Mando and Star Wars unequivocally. So, got them all.
So then,
Not the whole company.
what do they think?
Everybody out of there.
So then, what do they think is going to solve by bringing Kevin Feige in? That's not
Bro,
going to
they could
solve
bring
anything.
in any single, like, if they could bring in fucking X-Wing and he would make a better show. You know
I've
what I'm
always said they
saying?
should hire.
X-Wing is making a better trilogy right now. We know that.
I've always.
X-Wing's
I've
announced.
always.
Like, X-Wing is making a better sequel trilogy as we speak. Now, I might
I've
know
always said.
that, but I'm saying is he actually, it's a fan film, but it's going to be better. All these fan films that we've seen have been fucking better than anything we've gotten out of Disney. So fuck
Theories
all.
was awesome.
Fuck them all.
I loved Theories movie.
Yeah, well,
That
bring
was really
them all
cool.
in. Bring everybody in. Bring the fans
I'm
in
saying,
who have
bro.
good production quality.
I'm saying, bro.
Like, I
let
can't
the
wait for
fans-
X-Wing's movie. And I
I'm
haven't been
saying,
able
bro.
to talk about it for a while, but now I can talk about it because it's out there. He's talked about it. So
I'm
I
saying, bro.
can't say any details, but I know what it's going to be about, and I'm really excited to see what he's going to do with it. He hasn't even
Damn,
given me
bro.
spoilers. He just told me what it's going to be about. So, like, that's going to be something really fucking awesome. And we know that it's not going to be here for a while, but it's worth it. And it's going to be something really good. And it's not just him, it's him and all these other creators that are like, well, fuck that. We're going to make our own Star Wars because we're not getting good Star Wars. So bring these people the fuck in. Fire your fucking people that are putting on dinosaurs next to diversity on your fucking things that you need to have in Star Wars. Like on a whiteboard that you keep there 24/7. Real shit. Ryan's perfect. Ryan Keno from RK Outpost is fucking awesome when it comes to Star Wars. He is more of a Star Wars fan than anybody at Disney right now. He is just as much of a Star Wars fan as we are, Pilgrim, as Roman is, as everybody else is. He read every single EU book. Bring Ryan in. You don't like the fact that Ryan's politics fare right? Who cares? He knows how to make Star Wars. It doesn't matter what his politics are. But they will never talk to him. They will never talk to Theory. They will never talk to people like that because these people are against them. So they will never let them actually come in because these people know Star Wars. And by the way, Ryan is going to be on Theory's show next week. And I think probably the best next guest to have on as a permanent guest is Mauler and Ryan. If Theory gets involved with Mauler and Ryan, it'll be awesome because the Mauler show that he had, Mauler, who we just saw make that reference with the Eric July video that I just showed, Mauler is awesome. And if you were to put Mauler and Ryan, which Mauler's probably going to come on for this week on Monday, so I highly suggest all of our chat go over to Star Wars Theory on Monday night at 8 o'clock and watch it. If you're a Star Wars fan, it's going to be something really eye-opening if you're not open enough to it, and really fun.
I did not. See
did he invite Gary for next week? He's friends with Gary. He said that. He said that last week. He was like, I've been friends with Gary for years. Like, he's friends with Gary. He's friends with Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. He's friends with Ryan Kennel. Like, there's no reason that Theory shouldn't be able to talk to somebody that his chat doesn't agree with. Like, that's ridiculous. That's fucking stupid. Because Theory's been friends with these people. That's like they would do the same thing to Drunk 3PO because Drunk 3PO isn't connected with Theory particularly, but he's more connected with Geeks and Gamers. So it's like, oh, we have Theory on with Drunk 3PO. Oh, well, you're automatically one of them. And it's like, no, Theory has his own points. I've known him. I've met him. He has his own views. It's just that he's friends with people that have different views or mostly the same views because Theory mostly has the same views as a lot of these people. Like, whether or not you believe that, it's true. So I don't see Theory, like some of his most popular videos was when he was doing Drunk Cobra Theory. And that was with Drunk 3PO and D-Day Cobra, who's Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers.
Mm-hmm.
And that was some of the most popular videos he's ever had. And they were some of the most fun. That's the key word there, people. It was fun. No matter how much shit they talked on Star Wars, no matter how much they talked their love of Star Wars, it was fun. Oh, what happened, Pilgrim? You gotta explain.
There was something that like I wanted to say though that like so I actually like your first suggestion a little more than your second one where you said to leave Carl Weathers. I say put Carl Weathers in charge, and the only reason is that I would love for the fans to be in charge. But the only problem is the fans fight about everything with, each other that we would never get consistent stuff.
Well, I genuinely
Whereas with
feel like Theory is the most middle grounded.
Right, no, but, like, I'm saying if we say that, the fans win, we get Kathleen Kennedy out, we get Dave out, and then the fans are in control, and it's up to us, we won't get what we all want because we all want different things. So
Not
if
if
you
you
put
make enough
Theory in
money
there.
on one show and then you have enough money for the next one. Like,
Right, yeah,
look at
but
Andor. Like, not everybody was a fan of Andor. I loved it. But you also get your Mandalorian and your Book of Boba Fett and your Kenobi. But you're also going to get the grittier side of things, like what the Rebels deal with when they're just starting out. Like, things like that.
I
Like,
would definitely I would
you can
definitely
make
trust.
different genres. Like, look at, okay, I like to look at Harry Potter. Look at Harry Potter. The first movie is all happy-go-lucky with a darker ending.
Yep.
Whereas the last movie is entirely dark.
Mhm.
There is no happy-go-lucky. There is no good things
True.
happening. But guess what?
True.
It lead up to that to the point where it worked really good. On Discord, let me pull it up. Was it on Discord or was it on Nope, it's on Discord. I see Grey Pilgrim right here.
Pilgrim is the man, bro.
Yeah, Pilgrim's like mod of the year.
I should send him an email to make him the moderating
Thought he was.
well no the the managing moderator where he can like edit video titles and shit like that.
Thought he was.
I don't have his email. Ooh. What? Oh. Okay. Next time?
Yeah, man, like, cause they're friends. Like, I would never have found any of them if it wasn't for.
Get that advertisement off.
Yeah, fuck this shit. Fuck to do that. Fuck it. I don't care. Get rid of it. Jay's gonna sit this one out.
Why?
know who Brian is? Ryan and Mahler, yeah. Repost that.
Who's Brian E. Feidenborg? Who the hell is that?
No fucking idea.
that's cool.
It is going to be great. Like, it's going to be I'm not going to scroll too much more on X because
Because there are no rules on there now, and people can post whatever they want to. Yeah.
well, there was never rules. There was never rules.
Okay, but now people can post whatever they want to on there. So it's
I'm going to quote tweet this right now.
oh, we're getting some live quote tweeting from Rolo live. This is cool. Hey. Hey. Gary invited him on for next week, but Gary thought it was for this week.
Yeah, that's Gary's boomer moment. Gary will probably pop on next week, I would think. If he's free Monday night, I don't see why he wouldn't go on.
I just like that now it seems like after Ahsoka, besides the like Filoni apologists, it seems like most of the fans are kind of all on like the same side now.
Do you
which
want
is
to
nice.
watch? Do you want to watch a clip from Mahler and Theory talking?
Sure, yeah. And then I have another topic that I want to, touch on. Pause.
No. Keep the chat talking, but I'll bring up.
What do y'all have any news that y'all want to talk about? It's something like it's something a little interesting that is more so in like Damio and Ronnie land. Kind of near Pilgrim, but not really. This won't really impact him, but Damio and Ronnie, if you guys are here or if you're watching this later, you might not have Gavin Newsom as the governor of California for much longer.
Good.
And it's not for the reason that anybody thinks. It's because there's rumor that he's going to replace Biden as the nominee of the Democrats, and he's gonna take on Trump. And so y'all will need a new governor of California if what's being rumored to happen actually happens. Listen, man, I don't like it either, but I think that Biden's too old and he's too frail, and I think the Democrats are stupid, but they're not that. They're not that dumb. Oh, okay, all right, bet.
So he got Theory has these two guys on. Shout out to them. They stay a little bit quiet. Good guys.
Does Theory use Streamlabs? Because that looks like a StreamYards thing.
Probably.
Okay.
I don't know. It might be StreamYards. But I just want to show this one Mahler was kind of like 10 minutes, 20 minutes in, but this is a pretty good conversation. And the whole time was. But Mahler, shout out to EFAP, is really good at this stuff. And he's a huge Star Wars fan himself. It's just he's very critical, and I don't blame him. And him and Theory got along like two peas in a pod.
Mando season 2 into the live action stuff, and they splintered out into 2 different TV shows.
Yeah.
Off of Mando.
Right.
That was their goal, and look what we got.
For sure, that was their goal. They're kind of diluting it in a sense by rushing out these projects or just not handling it properly as best as they could. But the whole they fight part, I mean, George did that with episode 3 when he was writing the script in the BTS. there was just literally scripts and scripts and scripts pages, and then
Nick
it's just
Gillard.
they fight.
But you know, probably better than I do, that they took great care with the fight sequences in the prequels.
Oh my god! I mean, you had
Yeah.
Nick Gillard, which
Yeah.
why they don't hire him? I mean, they're idiots.
And that's the thing. If they did that in their production now, which for some reason they don't understand the value of that, obviously they lose in that aspect, and that's chipping away at the entire sort of. Well, I mean, it's rubble now, but you know what I mean. The temple is gone.
Oh yeah, when the show was airing, I was literally sending clips to him. I was texting it to him, and we had a discussion about the choreography and everything. And why they don't use him, I don't know, man. They're just shooting themselves in the foot.
You said earlier, I don't know if because I remember seeing it in the clip as well, that you consider TLJ a bad Star Wars film, but a good film. I was curious to pick at that. What do you consider good about it?
The budget, the score, the
you know what? I agree with you on
cinematography.
that.
You know, that's
Sure.
about it. That's
The marketing?
about it.
Yeah.
The what?
The
marketing.
Yeah, the marketing. Yeah, the marketing was absolutely phenomenal. But besides that, no. You know,
Yeah.
that's about it, right?
I mean, to me, that's a shit movie, right? Like visuals are strong, cinematography, maybe the soundtrack, but that's about it. It's like
30%.
Soundtrack is good.
Transformers visuals are strong too.
Last
You know?
Jedi.
Wait, you think Transformers is good?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
No.
we agree, right?
No, we
TLJ is a
agree.
shit movie. Yeah.
Of course.
Good God.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know,
Waller
like-
got real worried.
I was
No,
scared
but
for a
I'm
second.
saying every movie nowadays has good visuals because you're just like, oh, we'll do this VFX, we'll do that VFX, you know. But
Yeah. And Disney have managed to find a way to make anything over 50 million look like piss now. I
Yep.
don't even know how they pulled
which
it off, but they found a way.
episode 4, I think, was 30 million, or was it 40 million, something like that.
What was
I mean,
George's budget for that?
and it's purely just
20 million?
story. But also, you know, episode 4 came out when did I say episode 7 or episode 4?
Episode 4?
Episode 4 came out in a time when it was like the most fresh thing that could put. Now you have, you know, space movies coming out of the yin yang, so it's not as special anymore.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's true.
Mahler, to your point about Tony Gilroy with pushing him towards, look, if he wants to make more Star Wars, I'm excited for Andor season 2. I'm interested to see what they do. I mean, it's more Star Wars. I didn't mind Andor season 1, but to push him towards making more Star Wars versus Filoni, where you say, for lack of better terms, Filoni has produced more L's than Tony Gilroy's 1 W, in your opinion.
It's a long W, though.
Yeah, it can, a full season W in Mahler's opinion, but like I would compare that to one guy, a new rookie basketball player who has won a championship versus trying to bet on LeBron James.
Like
You know what I
Michael
mean?
Jordan or
LeBron,
something.
or yeah, and I mean, am I saying Filoni is the LeBron James of Star Wars?
No,
I don't know basketball, but what I'm saying is a player who has won championships and games and produced a lot, who LeBron James has lost games. However, Tony Gilroy, who has had 1 long W, does that mean I don't think he's going to have a more promising career than Dave Filoni? No, I hope the best for Tony Gilroy. If Tony Gilroy wants to make Star Wars the best thing since 1977, fuck yeah, I'm all in. But I think it's just hard to put your money. I don't know. For me, I would rather have the LeBron James stuff than the new guy who's just
No
won
way.
once, because at this point, if
Yeah.
I'm
No
a
way.
better, my money's better spent on the guy who has produced more W's as well as the L's, just because he's had the opportunity to, versus the guy who's only had 1 opportunity and
So if
had
I
a
can
good shot.
offer.
So what do you think about that?
So I liked everything up until Diamond Figs or Will, whatever his name is, until he started talking. And everyone is entitled to their own view, right? But with the analogy that he gave, right? Here's the thing, okay? And Daimyo and Caleb and Pilgrim, they all made fun of us when we said that we liked parts of Ahsoka. But
I don't think Pilgrim really did. I think Pilgrim got what we meant.
right, no, but
I think
I'm saying-
Daimyo got what we meant. He was just being a troll. That's it.
Right. No, but my point is, haven't we given Dave so many chances? We have given him so many chances, and more often than not, he lets us down. He made Clone Wars, fine, cool, great. He made Rebels, okay, but other than that, what has he done to prove himself?
Nothing.
Besides
He
Bad Batch.
also was a lead executive on Rise of Skywalker.
Right. So, but my point is, Tony Gilroy made the best Star Wars show that we've ever had. And so, if we're building the framework, if we're building the framework for the future,
Hold on, real quick. Great Pilgrim, you know for a fact I wasn't. I was not shilling for Ahsoka whatsoever. I had a problem with every single one of those episodes.
I wasn't shilling for the show. There were certain parts that I
was
liked.
shilling for Ray Stevenson and his acting.
Yeah, like
absolutely. But
and I showed for the Hayden episode because I love Hayden Christensen.
yeah,
But
that's not the show. That's a scene.
Right. No, but like my whole point here though is that Dave has had chances, and I don't want to keep going with him because he's the experienced one. That's the same issue that we have in every facet.
He's inexperienced.
Well, that's kind of like the whole thing is that's why, and not to get too deep into it, but that's why our country is where our country is, because we have people that have been in, experienced places for years that don't know what they're doing. It's the same with Star Wars. Dave doesn't know what he's doing. He might have been here, but he doesn't know what he's doing. So we need fresh blood who doesn't have the experience but knows what they're doing. I would rather have someone who doesn't have the experience, who doesn't have that baggage, than someone who has that baggage.
Well, I want to touch on Pilgrim's point here. He said worst episode. Keep in mind, we stayed away from spoilers. We didn't know it was going to happen. I mean, I was more into the spoilers than Roman was.
Yeah.
So my point there is that we had hope. And that hope is gone. And like I said, when Ahsoka was over, fuck you, Disney. What did I make the thumbnail look like? God damn it, Disney, was all the thumbnail said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's because you brought me back some hope that you would do something right. And then you ruined not only one of my favorite characters in Star Wars, you ruined another one of my favorite characters in Star Wars in Thrawn. And it was just ultimate bullshit. And I'll be the first person to come out here, and you know this, Pilgrim. Everybody else who listens to me know this. I will demolish something if it totally fucks with the lore. And that, to me, is what matters the most, is because no one cares about any of these things, whether it's Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, Jurassic Park even, anything, if it's not about sticking to the fucking lore. So the fact that they're doing this, yes, am I allowed to say, damn, I really like that episode? If the next one reciprocated that, and the next two reciprocated that, and that was the end of the season, I would have been a lot more happy. But no, they didn't, and that's what made that episode shit. Because you have this episode bringing Hayden back, and then it becomes shit. Because it doesn't matter. It's member berries. Remember Anakin Skywalker? You remember him? Well, you know what? Just put a chick in it, make her lame and gay.
Rolo did not want to give up, and I have a lot of respect for that. But
no, if you were Great Pilgrim, I don't think I knew you at the time that I reviewed Kenobi.
Yeah, that was when me and him.
Not sure if I knew you the way I do now. Like where you and I have actually talked. I don't think we actually talked before I reviewed Kenobi. Because I was reviewing Kenobi when it first came out.
When Kenobi came out, that was when we started the show.
Yeah.
And we were saying then that, like, you had a more optimistic view then because you said that even though Kenobi was your favorite character, you were just waiting for Ahsoka. You were just waiting for that. That was
No,
your
I wasn't even saying I was
that
waiting for it. I said that's the final straw.
yeah. Yeah.
I always said that's the final straw.
Yeah. But you had hope though, which I have a lot of respect for you saying that you had hope because there were, many
Well,
people who
rebellions are built on hope, aren't they?
yeah, well, they went and they went and they crushed it. Me personally, I lost hope after Mando season 3. That was when I lost it.
That
But
was after me. I lost hope after Book of Boba Fett and Kenobi. And then Andor gave me more hope that at least, and the only reason I have hope in Andor is because of the fact that Tony Gilroy has full control and the fucking Disney writing group has nothing to do with it.
yeah, but how do we know that Kathleen's not going to do something with it though?
She didn't in season 1. We'll see about
True.
season 2, but she didn't in season 1.
True.
And Andor season 1 was good. And I hate the fact that people say that it's not Star Wars. It's fucking Star Wars. It's just more grounded Star Wars on a different level.
It's like a psychological thriller.
Yes, it's on a completely different. Like, you can have all these different stories in Star Wars without having lightsabers and pew pews. And I don't care because people are like, oh, well, they're using bricks and screws. And I'm like, well, it depends on the planet. Like, it depends on the planet you're talking about. Like, if it was brick houses on Coruscant, I'd be like, yeah, it's fucking stupid. But
Yeah.
like on some random backwater planet, they use that. They don't have
Yeah.
anything else.
Dude, the houses on Tatooine are literally built out of sand. What do you want them
That's
to
what I'm
like?
saying.
Like, but no, but like I'm
Exactly.
saying,
All right, exactly, Pilgrim. Bix was hot. And that's the only sexual Bond girl type scene that we get in Star Wars. Is when they have Bix literally stripped down and she's like in her undies. She got a bra on and her panties.
yeah.
And she looks damn sexy and she knows it.
I mean, she's still not as hot as Carrie Fisher, or she's not as hot as Natalie Portman, but she's hot.
I don't know. She's pretty fucking hot.
You think she's hotter than Natalie Portman?
I think
At the end of
You know what? I think you wouldn't say no to her at the bar.
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely, but I would rather Natalie Portman. But yeah, of course.
So we all, but you're not gonna say no to her at the bar.
Of course not, dude. You know what though? I would say no to Brie Larson though. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I wouldn't.
You would take the L and you
Have you
would just
seen
do
Brie
it.
Larson's nudes? They're
No.
everywhere. She did a whole nude photo shoot. She's good looking.
Okay, no, but wait. What if she said we can
Just have her
bang,
keep
but you have
socks on. Like, I don't need the rest of her. Just like keep your socks on. I don't want to look at your feet, but like, you're hot.
Okay.
She got
Let
it.
me ask you a question. What if she said that like you can bang her, but you have to watch the whole Marvel's movie first? Would you do it?
No, I would.
Oh, what Coochie does to men, bro.
No, all the Marvel movies that lead up to when she shows up, except for the Mrs. Marvel, are good.
No. The Marvels movie. The Marvels movie.
Oh, the
Marvels
Marvels?
movie. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then I was gonna spend the night with Brie Larson. I'd watch it, yeah. What's 2 hours compared to however long it takes her?
Well, I mean, for you, it would be like 2 minutes, but I mean, hey.
That'd be a good 2 minutes. I could always bang Marvel.
Pilgrim, leave me alone, bro.
What the fuck is
That
that?
Andrew Palpatine.
Wrinkles.
Palpatine. You know, that meme of me and Andrew Garfield looks too freaking real. That looks so scary real.
That's the bad one, dude. That's the one that looks legitimate. Like that actually looks real because you all have the same like skin tone. So it's not even like there's not even a seam like in the profile.
Oh my god. Oh man. Nah, but I don't think Dave should be given any more shows, but I know he's the executive or he's the creative director, so I know he is going to be given more shows, but I don't want him to. I want him to be Tony Gilroy, but I know that that's not going to happen.
Well, it should be Tony Gilroy, but it's not going to be Tony Gilroy.
No, it's not. Because Kathleen Kennedy and Dave just can't. They just can't put their egos aside. That's the biggest issue. Dave needs to stick to animation. Yeah, look, he is great he is great when it comes to animation. But he's had one great animated show. He had one okay one.
Show.
What?
I said he had one good and one mid.
Yeah. Yeah. Because well, he's also done the Bad Batch too. I think that's the mid one, but
well, yeah, he had multiple mid animation shows. But some of the best episodes of Avatar: The Last Airbender were him. But that's when he had the chance with the shows.
That's when he had people around him that actually knew what they were. That's when he had people around him that actually knew what they were doing. That's Rebels is good. I put Rebels next to Clone Wars. Yeah, see, I like Rebels, but I don't think it holds a candle to Clone Wars, but that's just me. But
agree.
But hey, I mean, to each their own. But personally, I'm looking forward to Tales of the Jedi season 2. Oh, Pilgrim, that's a hot take. Most of Clone Wars is mid. Oh no.
Well, a lot of Clone Wars is mid.
You know what? Pilgrim, I'll give you season 1 through halfway through season 3 being mid. After that, I think it gets really good in seasons 4 and 5, and then 6 is kind of mid, and most of season 7's kind of mid, except for the final 4 episodes, which are really good. But other than that, I kind of see your point. Yeah, season 1 of Clone Wars you don't really need. Season 2 is okay. Season 3 is all right, but then seasons 4 and 5 are god tier, and then it kind of goes back to being okay. So I kind of see what you're saying, but I love the Umbara arc from Clone Wars. That will forever be my favorite arc. And then my favorite singular episode from Clone Wars is that I think it's a season 1 episode. It's where all of the rookie clones are at this base and they have to fight off droids, and there's no help coming, but then Rex and Cody show up at the very end of the episode. I think that I always thought that that was cool. Yeah, man. But
Domino Squad #1.
yeah. Um see, I've always wanted to clone Commando show. I think that would go stupid hard. But they're never gonna make that now because Dave has them in Bad Batch. So they they're not the same canon Delta Squad, which sucks. The fact that he made Scorch into a bad guy pisses me off, but yeah.
That happens. It should have been Scorch. Like, it should have
Yeah.
been
Yeah, bro. That was what I didn't like about season 2 of Bad Batch was like I don't mind them like including the like commandos in there, but don't 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 make it Delta Squad because I really love Delta Squad and they would never have joined the Empire. So for 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 Scorch to be there just pisses me off because that's not accurate. So, but yeah. So how's everybody in chat doing? Boop, 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 boop. All right. Covered that already. Covered that. Can get rid of that. All right. Cool. Did I miss any chats? Let's see. New comments. It's almost like Dave takes pre-established lore and shits on it. Yup. Yeah. I mean, I'm scared if he ever decides that he wants to do the old Republic because like Dave's gonna make Revan into like a woman and like he's gonna like change Revan completely and he's gonna find a way to make it that Revan was actually Ahsoka because Dave can't get Ahsoka out of his head. But yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, what did you say?
I said, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah. But did you have anything else that you wanted to cover? Or?
No, I mean, I feel like all of us are pretty close to it at this point. Like, with everything else we had to say, all the good guests that we've had on today, I feel like we've covered it pretty quickly. So
Yeah, man. We wrapped it in literally under like.
And I guess we'll see how all the Marvels goes.
Next Jake, we already talked.
We talked about
go and
the beginning. Go and restart the after we're done.
He's freaking joking. He's
goober.
He's a freaking goofy goober. Nah, but Rolo, do you have anything that you want to plug before we wrap stream?
Just Rolo _ excuse me. I don't know why I'm burping. I'm drinking this brute beer. It keeps making me burp. Just hit up Rolo _ films on Instagram. And I will be on Gatekeeper Damia's channel later tonight talking about the saloons and shit. So
word.
And the so
Yeah, and you guys literally like if you click on the arrow under this video, you guys can see all of my links to everything. Go follow me on Rumble, go follow me on Twitch, go follow me on Kick. Um it it's all free and it just takes one little click and it helps me out. So yeah, you guys are all awesome. We all Rello and I love you all, and this is to Ronnie. I like women, G.